Hello y'all, can you hear me? Let me know in chat. I've only booted up this game to see if it works. I did watch a video of someone playing it for a bit, but I'm going to now play it. We're gonna try it at the highest graphics setting, but if that's too much, we'll move down. When I just tried it to play it, it was okay at the highest setting, but we'll see if that's still okay with streaming and stuff. Let me know if you can't hear me. Yeah. Hello, Nugget. Yeah, so, let's go. Oh, it's nighttime. When I originally booted it up, it was daytime. It might have kept my save from when I just booted it up, because there was the tablet, or the, like, clipboard on the table. I don't remember how to access it, if that is the case. Okay, so it's escape for the clipboard. Alright, so it did save from when I just turned it on to test. Hello, Cow and Unidragon. Okay, moving, W, A, and D, easy. Spacebar, jump, sprint, that's pretty, okay, R? Oh, there we go. So yeah, so that thing was on this table when I started the game. And it was also daytime when I started, but now it's nighttime. This seems like it's working okay with the highest graphics. So we might be able to keep it this way. Okay. Okay, E is zoom. Come back. Okay, E is zoom, B is look closely. What's the difference between zoom and look closely? Okay. This game saves automatically. And then we can collect, this is a map, I guess. Cool. I don't know the names of all the places that well, so I guess we'll learn. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of things, but yeah. This game had a few bugs. I can't read. This game had a few bugs weeks ago. Is that not happening anymore? I'm not sure. I know some people have had really bad bugs with this game, but I know someone said that they like went like outside of the map or something and then couldn't get back in. But we'll see. I'm not sure if that was fixed. And I know that you can collect gemstone pieces. Now, I know that it does play, like, anime clips, so I hope I don't get copyright for that. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. Water. We can go underwater. What do you guys think of the under ocean? Oh, hey, what's up? Hello, Andrew and, Wads. I'm so bad at reading and pronouncing things. Don't ask how, I am a writing tutor. Okay. Let's check out the school first. I also want to see what it looks like in the daytime, but I guess we'll see when the sun comes up. The music might also be from the anime too. We'll see if I get copyrighted. Yeah. If I just keep talking. I believe this is made with Unreal Engine 2, which my sister has coded stuff in Unreal. I tried to get into game development at some point. I am, but didn't get that far. Hi, just got here, but yes, I got launched out of bounds for real. Okay, so you were the one, unless it was someone else, who told me they got launched out of bounds and couldn't get back in the game. So let's try not to do that. Oh, is the sun coming up? Okay. Oh yeah, it is. That's pretty. The music in the underwater and cave emptiness are from the anime. Okay. Oh, there is a memory here, I think is what this is called. Hello, Zircon. I like how this is where the scenes are. Yeah. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I can translate. It's like, yeah. Except I won't. Okay, yeah, so now it's daytime. Cool. There's another one over there. Sun. You killed, I don't know how spoilery I want to get with this stream. Nice to see you after 106. Okay. Okay. Oh my, hello, hi. I'm one of the 3D artists for Lustrous Spirit. I'm so happy seeing people play our little game. Oh, hello. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, this is cool. I'm a huge fan. I'm happy to play it. Good job on the 3D assets. They look great. I really like that it like puts into perspective where the scenes of the anime actually are. I also have linked the game in the description for anyone who wants to check it out. It is Unreal Engine, yeah. I want to play this game with zero context. You go for it, Nugget. It's pretty. Hi, hello. Since the game works with IRL time to spawn the gems, some problems came out of that. Oh, I see. Hi, got all. Oh, so it's like so like the time of day affects like what gems appear. That's interesting. I said I was gonna explore the school first, but I'm just walking around it. And the music is original. Oh, okay, that's good. That means I probably won't get copyrighted for it. The anime sees, we'll see. But yeah, it's really cool how it like just puts into perspective where different scenes are. I tried playing this, but it doesn't work with my computer. The game is beautiful though. Yes, I have it at the highest setting right now. It seems to be working okay. My investment of a computer wasn't for nothing. Okay, let's check out the school now. Well, I've played for a few months and still can't collect all the gems. And there is a lot of them, isn't there? Whoops, I fell into the pool again. Oh well. Guess I'll stay for a while. Yeah. About to turn in. Oh. Well, I'm glad that you're here for someone who actually worked in the game. I mean, I think this is really cool that you were able to recreate, like, the scenes and everything. You even have, like, the chairs. Did you guys reference... I'm sure you know. Did you guys reference the lore book and stuff? I assume so? I was actually watching the anime yesterday with one of my friends because she had read the manga because I made her, but she hasn't watched the anime yet. That's actually Joy. If you've been watching my other videos, she at the time of recording the video before she hadn't watched the anime. She'd only read the manga, so we were watching the anime together. And in Light of 106, one of the lines that we like paused at and died at was Phos saying that I constantly think about being reborn or something, and we were like, isn't that basically like what happens in like Order 6? Let's try. I don't know. Spoilers, by the way, because I spoil everything. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about my plans for stuff. I kind of forgot that I said that I would do that for some people. I might discuss what I plan to make videos on. Yeah. Oh. I just started 4 days ago my Houseki fighting game, and it's probably gonna take me more than 3 years to finish it. Well, we'll be here, and I'm happy to see this game because it's a reason for my creation. Cool. Which one haven't you collected yet? I have not. Which ones haven't I collected yet? You'll have to know that it is indeed all of them. I just started the game. Karangorm is bugged and doesn't spawn, unfortunately. Oh no, Karangorm. My poor MacBook can't handle it. Yeah. I got my PC like a bit ago. I am a computer science major. That's my excuse for buying a computer. Except I don't have a... Okay, we'll come back for that one. I have a laptop, but it's like dead. It like really doesn't work that well. So now whenever I have to do my computer science homework, I remote in from my iPad to my desktop. Anyway. I managed to find someone who recreated the school for a Minecraft world. Ah, I see. Yeah, we did. Yeah, good. Lore book is great. I love it. I didn't look at the lore book much, but I think got it did. Okay. It seems so cool though. Yeah. Only 2 people, perhaps Karangorm and Padpa. It's a pinkish one. The stream, go for pixel, I think lower is required. Oh, is the stream bad? Or is the stream still okay? I can lower the quality if it needs to be. It's currently on the highest, but yeah. Where was that one I was seeing? I was listening to it. Oh, there it is. It's right under the stairs. Is this a gem? No, it's just glowing. Okay, that's just a glowy bit. Right? Okay. And then here's the rest of the places. Yeah, I saw someone's video. I think I watched most of it, but they didn't show... I think this is supposed to be Antark's room. Is it the thing? I don't know. But they didn't show much of the inside of the school, which is what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, Padpa is rare. Much rarer than its Ruby and Sapphire counterpart. It's the beginning or middle story of the game. Is there like a timeline for this game? I assumed you just walk around. Okay, this is just, oh, these are the jelly. I see, they're different lights because it's supposed to be the jellyfish, I see. This is so pretty. Like just the inside of here as the sun comes up. Oh wow, this is gorgeous. If the 3D designer's still in here, you did such a great job. Like, I know this is mainly Unreal Engines doing its light thing, but I'm sure you guys worked really hard in making it. Padpa, oh, I'm curious. Not Karangorm? Yeah, poor Karangorm. Stream's good here. Okay, that's good to know. I believe each of the gems rooms were supposed to have flowers. They said that in the lore book they can put whatever, like, flowers or grow in the room that they want. Oh, the rooms are also organized differently, too. I call this Kaoji Volume 7 Karangorm signature facial expression. Yeah. The gems and memories make subtle noises when you hear them. Okay. The game is gorgeous. Oh, yeah, it is. I feel like it's, like, I'm a funny rock person. Yeah. Thank you, of course. I don't know how to pronounce people's usernames. Goterina Unirez. Whatever your name is, I'm sorry. So pretty. We're gonna look at every room. This is also the type of game that, where I just like to look at everything. Because this is what I do in games. This is why it takes me forever to finish any game that I ever play, because I just like looking at everything, even though it's like the same models in every room. Just because what if something's different? What if we find something cool, guys? There might be a gem in each of the rooms, I don't know. In each of the rooms, yeah. This is so cool. Thank you, I spent a long time on the lighting. I'm so glad you enjoy it. Justice for Karen. I know it's not correct. It's an inside joke. Okay. How would you guys feel about, how would you guys feel about Karen relationships? What do you mean in general? We've started talking about Karangorm just because they're bugged. Karangorm is bugged. I have to learn so much thing I really wanted to do. Yeah. Fun fact, unfortunately, I understand perfect English, but look my words. Yeah. English is hard. I hate English. As someone who tutors people in English, I hate it. I do the same thing. I spend hours just peering through it all. It's so lovely. Yeah. Yeah. No, this is a game. Just running around and looking at stuff is very nice. Okay. I was going to talk about videos I had planned. I had a list. I'll probably have to go grab it. I've made thumbnails for a lot of videos, but I haven't recorded them yet, and I haven't made scripts for them yet. I'm in the process of making scripts for a few videos, because some of my videos that I've put out are barely scripted. They still came out really good, but as few people mentioned in the comics that they prefer if I had a little bit more of a organization to my videos, so I'm gonna try to do that. But my next, I don't know, I did it again. It's okay, it's intentional. I like, we can experience walking up the platforms again. But I'm working on a summary video of the entire manga. I wanted to have it out before 106, but that did not happen. Now the plan is to get it out before 107, so we'll see if that happens. What else am I working on? I am going to do a Phos and Karen Gorm foil kind of video, sort of explaining their relationship and how there is a bunch of symbolism in the story that shows like how they contrast each other. Yeah. The other video I'm also working on is I'm working on a video talking about how this might attack people. But how Phos is very hypocritical, especially when they were talking to Cinnabar before they left for the moon like a second time. Yeah. I do the same thing. Yeah, okay. My friends had the atrocious idea to ship Adamant and Acmea. That is an atrocious idea. Please resend your idea. Your idea does not exist. How? You mean the one who's been torturing him for like 10,000 years? I mean, Cursed Ships is where it's at. Oh, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, it makes sound effects, yeah. Lovely. Okay. Do you guys like my music? Yeah, the stream explodes when you have too much grass in front of you. Oh, okay. If that's the case, let me change my graphics to just high. Let's try that. Hopefully that'll help it. We'll see. I want to see this room when the sun comes out. Yeah. The rooms are a bit empty right now. On my Houseki No Kuni, there's a little sneak peek at what they'll look like in the next version, hopefully. Okay, so you're still constantly updating this. I probably should have researched a little bit more, but I mainly just downloaded the game, looked at it a bit. But yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you guys are still updating it. Do you guys plan to make the moon at some point? Probably not. I don't know. We'll probably have to finish fleshing out these areas more. Can I walk? I can't walk. I'm sad now. I can't walk in places that I'm not allowed to walk in. I've decided to make my own language for, as a native Englisher, I don't even like my own language. English is awful. I absolutely hate the English language. Like, ever since I learned Japanese, I've realized how stupid some of the stuff in English is. And I also have dysgraphia, and so I hate the English language severely. I still, okay, this isn't an English language problem, but I still sometimes get my numbers backwards. No, but when I learned Japanese, like, I need to do better at, okay, I can't walk here. I need to do better at learning more of the writing system for Japanese, specifically kanji, because I can't fully write in it because I don't know enough kanji. But writing in Japanese is actually a lot easier for me. I wonder if that's just because I understand it better than English. Oh great, the sun's coming up, nice. But English is absolutely atrocious. One of the things that really bugs me now is whenever you have to write in first person in English or talk about yourself in English. Oh, I hear something. Ooh, cool. I interrupted thought. Whenever you have to talk in first person in English, or talk about yourself in English, or write about yourself in English, you have to say I every single time. This is like a nitpicky thing that never annoyed me before learning Japanese, but I absolutely hate listening to that now, because, like, it's just I every sentence. I have to do this, I'm blah 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 blah, which is very normal, like, if to anyone who only speaks English, that's just very normal. But in Japanese and most Asian languages, you don't have to say I every time, and it sounds so much nicer. But if you try to do that in English, it just sounds wrong. kind of like how whenever I make sentences in Japanese and translate them directly, they sound wrong just because the structure and grammar structure is completely different. But, like in Japanese, you'd say like, oh, you know, and that's another thing, like when I'm analyzing like Phos's Japanese, which I'm going to reread the whole series in Japanese, like not, since I already know what the characters are saying, not intensely, but just seeing what pronouns they use and what specific Japanese wording they use for stuff, because it really changes a lot about their character. But Phos in 106, in the latest chapters, like, says, like, watashi wa every single time. So Phos is saying I every single time, which is not a usual Japanese thing to do. In most other languages, that's quite normal, or in English, that's quite normal. In Japanese, that's not normal. And it really just shows the formality that Phos is speaking with. And it's just small language stuff like that. That's why I want to reread Houseki No Kuni just in Japanese. Was there anything else I was saying? We were talking about how I just like English and stuff. Yeah. I've decided to make my own language for future light novel. It's inspired me by Houseki No Kuni. Well, let us know about it. The Tumblr standards is not the weirdest thing I've seen. French is rude when you writing, but for talk, I love him. That would be epic, but maybe several years down the line if we're still working on it. Well, about the moon, yeah. No, that would be epic, designing the moon. Although the moons are a lot complicated. There's also multiple, I forgot about that. Like, I guess you could do the landing pad and stuff. It'd be great if it was like an extension of this game. That would be kind of funny. Okay, we've explored most of the school, I believe. Everything I wanted to explore in the school, so now we can go elsewhere. I haven't found any gems yet. Sorry, I'm still a little bit, not sick, but my voice is still a little bit rough. Once season 2 comes out, oh yeah, once season 2 comes out, you'll do it. Okay, is this better for the stream? I know someone said that it was glitching out whenever there was a lot of grass. Is this better? It's now on high graphics setting instead of highest. My contributions for all the work on this game. Hope for more things on this or other project. Oh, your congratulations, yeah. Yeah, this is really great. I'm glad that people have actually made, like, we talk about Houseki No Kuni art is brilliant. Like, this is another thing, extension, because games are art, you know. It's yellow! We love yellow. I still think English is a lovely language. That is true, but it needs improvements. Honestly, I prefer Old English. Old English is better. Yeah. There's another one. The good thing about English is that there is so many words and so many ways to describe things. Because, like, I like Japanese because it's more strict in its grammar. Everything is a lot how it is how it is. But that also makes it less versatile for describing things, whereas English, you can really describe things in a lot of different ways, but that also makes it annoying for learning the language. So it's a give and take thing. Okay, can I get this? Thank you. Fun fact, I'm hard locked in the game out of the map by that. I can't play anymore. A little sad. Oh, I guess you don't want to lose your progress, because you could try re-downloading it? I don't know. My British ancestors are infecting their Shakespeareans on me. Maybe that's how it should be. It's still glitchy. No! Again, pixelated. No! Still pixelated for me. Is this on Roblox or VR chat, or is it just something completely too much detail? For sure. No, this is their own game. It's linked in the description. Sorry, cough. The cough counter will not make a return today. But, yeah, you can check out the game in the description. Okay, let's see if I should go down to medium graphics, maybe. Will that help? Still looks great, even at medium graphics. Sun, we're coming for you. We're ending Phos's existence. Wow, this grass messes up my bit rate. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the grass. The grass is lovely, but it kills everything it touches. Oh, more grass. So, again, I was saying what videos I'm working on. So, with the Karen Gorman Phos, like, foil video, I'm going to base it off the, small detail, because all of the things I do is just from small details. But I could never get out of my head when one of my friends was reading the manga that when Phos returns from the moon, also spoilers! Spoilers for anyone who's only an anime only, or hasn't read all the manga. Hello. But, when Phos comes back from the moon, they fall into the water, right? And Benuto, says that their powder doesn't wash off. And that was, like, such a small detail and such a small line, and I was really questioning how that fit into the story. Way too much, because I didn't even think about it when I read it for the first time. But one of my friends was reading it, and I was watching him reading it, and then he was like, that is weird that, like, this character would mention that really small detail. And I was like, that is really weird. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so that video is going to be about what I think the reasoning for that line is, because Ichikawa does not waste lines. Like, she wouldn't bring that up for a random reason, you know? Let's see. I thought I heard something. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think the game autosaves. You thinking we might get a season 2 after they finish with the other one? I hope so. I don't know if... Yep. Is it helping? Yeah, the lighting for this game is really good. I know someone said that they worked on the lighting for it, but the way that the water reflects underneath is also really cool. But look at the sky too, and the clouds. Really cool. I haven't worked that, like I said, my sister, oh, we found rocks. Hello.
Hello.
So my sister, she is a, what rock is this? I should probably be saying what rocks I'm getting. My sister is an engineering student. She is a, what did we get? We got Alexandrite, hardness 8, time to grow 7 days. Let me pick you up. Oh, some rocks I know you can't pick up. I guess that one's one of them. So my sister's an engineering student. She's going in for engineering. Wow. Jade 7. Yes. But I'm a computer science student. So I study computer science. She is not the best. I shouldn't say this. She's I haven't seen her code that much, but she always tells me that she doesn't understand coding that well, even though she is engineering. But she's coded a lot more in Unreal than I have, but she's also older than me, in being more ambitious with her degree plan and stuff. Oh, rock. No, but that's the same rock. She's told me some really funny things when she was coding in Unreal, about the... because they were doing, like, space stuff, and she had a problem where she finally made it so that people were able to, like, place stuff, because it was, like, sort of a building type thing, but then once you place something, it would teleport you to a random place in the map, and that's really funny. That was the funniest glitch that she had, and she had to present it that way because she couldn't debug it in time. And so she was just like, yeah, it works perfectly, besides the fact that you get teleported to a random area after you, yeah. Is this... where am I? Is this, like, Cinnaber's Cave, or am I in the wrong place? I recently got the first 4 volumes, for Houseki No Kuni, and I have all of them. It's the first... You have all of them now? Or... yeah. They're all great. Let's see. I don't know how many people in chat have read all the manga, or I don't know if anyone on the stream would be someone who's an anime only, because I'm like, I don't want to spoil things for people, but I also want to talk about spoilers. But yeah. Did I not finish my sentence about when I was talking about the powder thing? Okay. So, a part of me, like, doesn't want to talk about, like, the things I want to make videos on before they're released, because I, like, am concerned with, like, people stealing my... I'm like, no one's gonna make a video that'll be the same as mine. Plus, I would encourage people to make more Houseki No Kuni content, because I want that. But my basic theory for why Benito brings up that Phos's powder no longer, falls off is because it adheres to them and it's more a part of them, and it sort of shows that Phos, the powder covers up the gem that they are. Phos doesn't want their original gem parts to show, and it also shows that they aren't associated with their gem. And in that foils, Karen Gorm, because, you know, after Karen Gorm gets taken to the moon and groomed by Acmea, Karen Gorm shows off their gem skin and doesn't have any powder. And so I think that's like, it's supposed to contrast. I believe that's, like, the main reason why Benito mentioned it, and why it's an important detail, is because Phos cannot get the powder off of them anymore. Meanwhile, Karen Gorm chooses to, or, well, because of Acmea, so maybe not choice, but they no longer have powder on them to hide what their gem is. It also shows that they reject humanity and Phos, because the powder is there to make them look more human. So it shows that Karen Gorm rejects humanity in a sort of way, and of course we know that Phos becomes more human throughout the story, and it shows that Phos wants to have the appearance of being human, and it ties the powder to Phos's appearance and what they want to do. Anyway, I haven't finished scripting that video, and I still have a lot of ideas for it. And because I keep getting more ideas for it, I keep procrastinating making it. But that's one of the videos I want to work on next. All collection of official books cost for me are 500 each. Oof. Just forget the collab with Sasaki or something. Yeah, the art books can be expensive depending on where you're looking. I have to go to sleep. Have a good stream, everyone. Goodbye. Hope you get good sleep. Sleep is important. What language was she using? I got caught up last week and cried. The rocks are getting to me. Yeah, the rocks are good. I also want to make a dedicated video on 106, but I'm trying to edit down my 6-hour live stream on 106, and that's taking a while because it's 6 hours. But yeah. the main thing I wanted to I want to edit down the 6-hour video into 2 other videos. I did the Bronco one because that one was just funny. I thought that was the funniest parts of the stream, is just that. But I want to edit it down to whenever I interject in the stream with my actual thoughts on what's going on in the chapter, and then specifically Phos's language, because I talked about that a lot on stream. Just the fact of Phos's Japanese language, and how it's so different. But the way Phos speaks in Japanese is phenomenal, and I want to do a deep dive just on Phos's Japanese speaking, but I need to reread the whole series in Japanese first, because, of course, that's huge. But Phos, at the beginning, because I've only heard what Phos says in Japanese at the beginning, and at the end, because I've read how they speak in Japanese. And I've gotten little bits of them in the middle, because I've randomly just read a few of the books in Japanese. I have the whole series in Japanese, but haven't actually gone back and reread stuff. But I wonder if it's a gradual change in their Japanese, or if it is sudden, because it makes sense for it to be sudden with the 10,000 years and such. Interesting. I've always thought the reason why powder doesn't come off is simply because Moonies were pragmatic and made better kind of... Yeah, I believe that too. That was also my, like, original reasoning, but I thought that there was probably a thematic component as well. Because, yeah, sure, that's, like, a small change in Phos's appearance, and it could just indicate, like, how Phos is different from the moon. But, I think there's also a thematic component to it. Of course, I could just be overanalyzing. That's kind of, like, my thing. Am I able to, like, pick up a rock from there? I don't know. You know, because of the chair video that most people found me on, which I did not think... Honestly, I remember when I uploaded that video, I was like, people are gonna think this is weird, and I didn't think anyone would watch it, and now it almost has 10,000 views, and I don't know what to think about that. But, you know, I just had to make a video on the chairs. Like, that video was just calling to me because it annoyed me so much that once I realized that Phos, does not use... That Phos is the only one that uses chairs. Because it bugged me a little bit, then I like read the lore book, and I was like, wait, there's, like, actually a reason. Can I pick these things up? Oh, I can. I can't pick up these other two. Oh, I can. Hey. Okay, I don't think I can pick this one up. Did I pick up 2? Oh, I did. You can pick up more than 1? I didn't know that. What? I'm so confused. What am I doing? Oh, I can... Oh. I can carve Cinnabar up. I can be an anti-rutile. Is this what I'm supposed to do? I'm trying to get it to the biblically accurate, you know, like, the size of Phos now. Yeah. I don't think this is what you're supposed to do. Why is there 2 of them? I guess you can collect 2. Hardness of 2. Time to grow. Can I carve all of them? Oh, I can. Is there a reason I can carve them up into little bits? What happens if I press confirm? Hey? Did I make it too small? I think I made it too small. 1 second. So if I go to... Wait, is it still in my inventory? Or is it gone? Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, okay, Alexandrite stays that small. I'm sorry, Alexandrite. Okay, I can carve it into a shape. We're gonna make it, I'm not the best at this. I don't know what I'm doing. Sure. Oh, I didn't get a cutscene for it. I guess we'll have to check the things over there. Interesting. Okay. They're interested in the moon or something. Yeah. As a gemology nerd, I can't believe how long it took me to understand how cleavage works. Well, I don't exactly understand that much. I'm not a geology nerd. I have a friend who wanted to become a geologist. I hope she's doing well. But but yeah, she's the only one I know who's actually becoming a geologist. Maybe I should introduce her to this. I'm not sure if she'd be interested in it because she's not really into manga or anime as far as I know. Sudden with 10,000 years is sudden with the 10,000 years is a great sentence. Yeah, that would be a good title actually. Sudden with the 10,000. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love the video about chairs. Didn't notice the detail about Phos before, that they sit a lot. I have a horrible memory, so it's hard for me to remember the tiny details. I know I noticed something that I forgot. I saw the initial carving scene. Carving scene. I didn't know you could rotate them while carving. Oh, you can? Are you talking about the game? Let's see. Is the graphics any better with it on, I think I put it on medium now. Can you rotate them? Oh, you can. Oh, that's cool. I want to get more so that I can rotate more. Can you get more, like a lot of a gem? Or is there like a limited amount? I don't know. Oh, this is actually cool, actually. So this is us being Congo, I guess. I don't think we have enough to make a person here, gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't, this rock gonna look a little, Cinnabar looking a little different. Sure. I saw the, basically the poorer the cleavage, the harder it is for it to break. Having perfect cleavage means it breaks easily. Okay. Because in one of my analysis videos, someone commented, because I was talking about how Euclid was very scared of being broken, about them going into the water, and I used that as a point to say that it shows that Euclid is more concerned about themselves because they're important, because they have a purpose, unlike Phos. And I use their hardness, because Euclid is can I check here for the hardnesses of gems? Will it tell me even if I don't have it? No, it won't. Euclid is like, I don't remember, but Euclid is above 5. I'm pretty sure they're 7 or something, around 7. Phos is, I hear something. Oh, there it is. Phos is 3.5, like we know this. And so I was saying that like Phos having no concern for getting broken when they go into the ocean shows like the difference between, because Phos is not valued by the society, Phos does not have a purpose, so to speak, while Euclid does, and I was like, Euclid is more concerned even though Euclid has a higher hardness, but someone in the comments said that although Euclid has a higher hardness, because of like Euclid, the rocks like cleavage or other sort of makeup of the gem, that Euclid is prone to breaking more. I'm not sure. But yeah. I didn't know that. I don't know as much about rocks. I have another friend who's a geology nerd. Maybe I should ask him like more questions about rocks, because I don't really know enough about that stuff to do a rock analysis. I also don't know enough about Buddhism to make a bunch of Buddhism analysis. I have my thoughts on some stuff with Buddhism in the series, but because my knowledge on Buddhism is really limited, I don't really want to make a video centered around its Buddhist themes, because I know that I feel like I don't know enough knowledge to speak on authority about that, you know? Euclid is a 5 on the hardness scale. Okay, if I remember correctly. Euclid actually has, oh, it's actually 7.5, yeah. Actually has a chemical for water in it. So that's interesting. Yep, lol. Yeah. I haven't looked at the night sky that much. Does the game have multiple moons? Or is there just one? For those who played the game in chat. Let's see, what are some other video ideas I was thinking of? I was also thinking of using this video to sort of give verbal notes to the to my stuff. Oh, there is multiple moons. There's one, two. There was another one, I thought. There's 2. Oh, there's another one. 3. Yeah. Same with barrels, apparently, yeah. Let's see. I want to make a video about Cinnabar and Phos, and I'm gonna name it like Tears or something. I've already made the thumbnails. It's just about me actually finishing the video. But the fact that Cinnabar and Phos are the only characters that can cry in the series is really interesting to think about. And then it's also interesting to think about their relationship and stuff like that. What other videos I plan on making? Now I'm just going based on my memory. I have a list. I want to make a video going in depth about the pronouns the gems use in Japanese. And I might dive into like the sort of gender ideology that the gems have. Or how Ichikawa presents gender in the story, because someone mentioned that in the Discord server today, that they're like, I wish someone has a dedicated video about gender in the series. Although the Houseki gets so weird because, you know, the characters are genderless, but yeah. I'm going to talk specifically about Phos and their, like, sort of gender expression in a dedicated Phos video. But yeah. Phos is such a they, them, at least in my mind. I found it interesting, because, of course, I only read Houseki no Kuni in English and Japanese, but someone in my comments, sorry, coughing. Someone in my comments, there's gem pieces here. Someone in my comments said that in the Spanish or Portuguese translations of Houseki no Kuni, the characters are use female pronouns because objects are gendered in Spanish and Portuguese and a lot of European language. Because rocks and gems are female in the Spanish or Portuguese, I don't remember which one it was, language is, I don't know if, yeah. And so I'm like, that's actually kind of funny. It's like, because language-wise, that's really funny. That the reason they're given female pronouns in that translation is because it's like that in their language. Oh my god, my hands are drawing with my brain. Yeah. When trying to run the game, I got told my graphics driver was too bad. Was anyone able to circumvent that issue, or is my laptop just bad? Sometimes you need a specific, like, yeah, graphics in order to run certain things. Luckily, my gaming PC can handle this. Even though I got, like, a sort of, like, more powerful, like, gaming PC, I haven't been able to use it because I haven't, or well, as much, because I haven't been able to play as many games because I've been busy. I say busy, but it just hasn't been a priority. Playing Amori now, usually I stream Amori at this time, but, but I named the main character. You get to name the character at some point in Amori, and I named them Copium, because I thought it'd be funny. My boyfriend does not approve, so my boyfriend is demanded that I play it, because it's one of his favorite games, and he really wants me to play it. And in turn, he's reading Houseki no Kuni. That's our deal we have going on. And so he does not like that I named the main character Copium. So he's gonna change the files to a different name. And I wanted to name them Phos as a joke. Like, to have a different main character, because of course it has to be Houseki no Kuni themed. He's kind of vetoing that too. But he said, he convinced me, not convinced, but he was like, you can't name the main character for Amori Copium because then you won't be able to take the serious scenes because of the name I give it. But that's like why I name it a funny name. Because I like when names are funny when you name a character in a game. But he told me, he was like, it would be like, he hadn't read Houseki no Kuni at the time, but he was like, it would be like if nothing changed in the story of Houseki no Kuni, except for the fact that Phos's name would be PogChamp. He's like, would you still be able to take this series seriously if nothing about the series had changed, but the main character's name was PogChamp? What do you guys think? Would you still be able to take the sadness of the series if Phos's name was PogChamp? But yeah, I'll probably just change ask him to change it to like Riza or something, or just a normal name. But I like naming characters ridiculous things in games when they give me an option. That reminds me, I wanted to make a what if fanfic where Cinnabar does go to the moon and Karen Gorm isn't under the influence of ghosts. It's specific, but I thought it was an interesting idea. Cinnabar going to the moon with Phos would change so many things. I wonder if Phos would force Karen Gorm to the moon if Cinnabar accepted. Because that is kind of like my interpretation of that scene after. Is that Phos got, like, mega rejected by Cinnabar. And then they're like, no, Karen Gorm, you don't get a choice, you're coming to the moon, you know? That's sort of how I viewed that. I completely forgot you named Sunny Copium. It's so funny! Why can't I keep it that way? My boyfriend doesn't agree. It's so funny, though. Like, Copium's mom, when I played it. But I do agree that for serious moments, it's not good. But it's so funny to name him Copium. I find it so funny. Oh, we're going to the place where it's born. I'm kind of just walking around. Yeah, I named him Copium. I don't know what I'm gonna name him now. I don't have that many ideas for it, but my boyfriend wants it to be something more serious. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are interested in Amori, I usually play Amori at this time. I do want to play more of this game, though. I might, I don't really have time because of school. I might stream some tomorrow or on Friday, more of this game. If I have something to talk about, Houseki No Kuni related. Welcome to Skyrim. I actually don't know much about Skyrim. I know it's a game. I know you fight things in it. New name, Serious Copium. Yeah, Serious Copium, right. But yeah, I get it. Because he wants me to take the serious moments in Amori seriously. But I just love naming things, stupid things. I don't know, I think I've already doxed myself as a Genshin player in one of my other videos in a small text thing. I named the main character, I haven't changed the name of what I named the protagonist in my Genshin account, but I named them Arson, but then I became an anime main, so that did not translate well. But I love when people are like, Arson saved the day, and that's what I love about love naming things ridiculous things in games. Is there a main objective to this game? Or is it just an exploration type thing? Collect all the gems, so you can open up this thing. And there's also memories sprinkled about of like different scenes in the anime, which I believe this is supposed to help with. But yeah, you collect gems, you can carve them for some reason, like this. What should we try to make this one look like? Yeah, you can carve them. I think the goal is to just collect all the gem pieces, I assume. And collect all the memory fragments as well, I think is what they're called. Oh, you can, this is actually really cool. I like this aspect of the game. Let's see. Yeah. I read a Spanish translation that uses the male pronouns for the gems, because in the Spanish, the male pronouns can be used in a neutral way. Sorry for bad English. No, your English is good. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that might be what's happening in the Japanese, too. Is that they're, like, you know how he is used in, like, the Bible for all of mankind? Is what it's used for, which might be why they use he pronouns in Japanese as well. Like, it's more neutral. 'Cause, yeah. But I don't remember which video, or the video where I talk about, like, the Japanese language, and I asked for people to tell me how it was translated in the language they read. I actually really like seeing the comments on that video, because it's really interesting just to see how it's translated in different languages. And if it wasn't translated like, what they decided to do. And then I'm learning that there's all these translations that I didn't even think of, like a German translation and a French translation. I think I had someone in the comments talk about the French and the, like, German translations as well, and I was like, that's cool. I don't speak German or French. Oh no, I didn't want to do the whole thing. Oh well. Yeah. Okay, I feel like I'm messing this up a bit. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly, but we're cooking something. Can I make it somewhat circular-like? That wasn't my original intent, but we'll see. Let's see. I used to watch my dad play Skyrim. It's super nostalgic for me. I tried playing it and killed the NPC hall. Killing the NPCs is the only way to play a game. Just gotta wait until Natland for Arson to realize their destiny. Yeah. I have Lumine for that one, but yeah. But yeah, I have. I don't think I have a 5-star pyro character on my main account. Even though my name is Arson in the thing. I have a Yanfei profile picture though. I don't want to dox myself as a Genshin player, but yeah. In my version of the manga, all the gems are gendered, but they are just referred to by names. Oh, by they, but they are just referred to by names. Yeah, you can get, like, to more gender neutral by just, like, only saying their names for things. Oh, it's such a pretty game. It is such a pretty game. Yeah, not gonna lie, my brain auto just defaults to they for them as well. I only caught a pronoun being used for the gems, like, once or twice, and only by the Lunarians. Yeah, I usually default to they, them. It's kind of weird, because, I don't know, I just feel like that makes the most sense, because they don't have a gender. Although, with Phos sometimes, because I do slip up sometimes and use a pronoun, because in English, it just sounds better to use gendered pronouns, just because English doesn't have a gender-neutral one. And they, as an English tutor, I know that they isn't really gender-neutral, and it, like, English-wise, it doesn't really make sense to be a pronoun. I'm not, no, I messed it up. There's no one to, no. I'm sad now. It's just half. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Okay, but, as an English tutor, I grammatically, I don't like they, them used as a pronoun. Not saying that I don't like gender-neutral pronouns. I feel like English should have a gender-neutral pronoun, but you need to change the whole language to incorporate it. But they, them just doesn't work as well because it still implies plural. I just wish we had another word instead. For anyone who's watching, I don't know if anyone is, who is Filipino, in Tagalog, you know, or Ilonggo, you know, it's siya. Siya is the pronoun for another person, and they don't have he or she. I almost forgot the female pronoun there. I was like, he, what's the other one? She. They don't have he or she in Tagalog or Filipino. They just have siya. And siya is sort of like they, but it is just he or she with no reference to gender at all. And I wish English had something like that, because then it just makes things a lot simpler when describing people where you don't know their gender. But English doesn't, unfortunately. But they, them just doesn't really work that well. I don't know where this got onto a conversation with, but yeah, as an English tutor, it sort of bugs me. But when I usually try to refer to all the gems by they, them, just because I feel like the interpretation for them being he or she, or they or them, like, are all valid, honestly. But yeah. Ranting about pronouns. In Japanese, it's super English. I didn't know that Alex, so Alexandrite is actually the only character who uses the feminine usage of the Japanese pronouns and stuff like that, which is really interesting because before I looked into the actual Japanese of the gems, people were like, oh, they use male pronouns, all of them use male, that's why we use male in the translations, and I completely get that. For a lot of the fan translations, they use male and for all the characters. But Alex actually doesn't use male. And so it's kind of like the thing of like, it's why I really think they, them is probably the best way to go, because it's actually kind of crazy that most of the characters use masculine pronouns, but Alex does not, and a couple of them use gender neutral. But they still refer to everyone as like he and stuff. Yeah. Oh my god, a Genshin player. Yeah, I've been so busy lately that I haven't been able to keep up with a lot of the Genshin stuff, but I do want to catch up at some point. But I do like Genshin, but I'm trying to not have it consume my life. And now that I'm busier and have things I want to do, I haven't been able to play as much. But I mainly see it as a thing because a lot of my closer friends play Genshin, so I see it as a way for me to connect with them and stuff like that. And like, you know, connect over memes or something. I really don't want to get into Star Rail, but they're also getting into that as well. Oh yeah, you can look at the gems after you carve them at the school and pick them up, I think. Okay. Genshin is so well written, but the game is so grindy and the community doesn't really reflect the beauty of the game. Yeah, I do agree that Genshin is a good game, but I don't like the grindy aspects to it to some degree. I wouldn't say it's so well written. I do think that I feel like its writing quality varies, because there are some parts in Genshin that is really well written in my opinion, but some parts that are like in my opinion. To be fair, this is a good thing to know, I also started the game to hate on it. And now I am almost at AR 60, so you can tell how that went. But I started the game specifically to hate on it, and my friends watched me play, and then they're like, yeah, now I play it, unfortunately. People have tried using different gender-neutral pronouns, but typically many people don't like it. Yeah, it's just a product of just the English language in general, which is why it's like that. They, them is like the best alternative, but it's still not a good alternative. And it's not like we can change the whole English language to have gender neutral. But it's why in college papers it is he or she, it's because English doesn't recognize just a person, which is really interesting, like, analyzing language that way, because in Asian languages, gender is more like we say masculine and feminine pronouns because it's not strict. Gender isn't strict in like a lot of Asian languages. That's why it's sha in Tagalog or Ilago, because it's just that person. They don't need to have a gender, it's just the person over there. In European languages, and keep in mind, I don't speak any European languages. I don't even know Spanish. I should know Spanish, but I don't. But let's go back to the school now. I'm just running around. But in most European languages, like, all objects are gendered. You really need to know the gender of everything to speak the language. The articles you use in the language change based on the gender. And so everything is very gender-focused and strict in a lot of European languages. Like, they have to have a gender. English is kind of, I'd say, in between, but English is, because it's more influenced by European languages, is more strict on, like, gender in that way. But it's a language thing, right? Because it's not like you can change the whole language to have a, like, something like that, because everyone would need to start speaking it. It would have to start out as slang and become more incorporated. But, like, I use they, them for it, but they, you know, is supposed to be for plural, which is why it doesn't really work for everything. But, you know, before I started reading Houseki No Kuni, like, I really didn't like they, them is like a concept for using it for like a person's name. And I also, this might get into like iffy territory, I don't know, but I also like didn't think that having like gender neutral pronouns made sense in a language, but literally because of Houseki No Kuni and because it's been so difficult to talk about the characters sometimes, I'm like, man, English would, I just wish there was like an actual gender neutral pronoun that everyone used for English, just because it would make it super easier to talk about characters. And it makes it interesting that in English, like, you know, you have to ascribe a gender to a person to talk about them, where that's not the case in some other languages. Yeah. I've been busy with my hyperfixation on Houseki No Kuni, Minecraft, and Kimetsu no Yaiba. I assume that's what you meant by KNY, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I don't know if you're talking about a different thing, but that's what I assumed from that acronym. I love Demon Slayer, if that is what that acronym is for. That's real. Demon Slayer used to be my third favorite manga. It has dropped. I started reading Houseki No Kuni. I forgot what's the order now. Houseki No Kuni is not at the top. Hunter x Hunter is my top favorite manga. Then it's Noragami, actually, and then it's Houseki No Kuni. Once Houseki No Kuni ends, I feel like Houseki No Kuni might be able to overtake the others, but currently, Houseki No Kuni is my third favorite. Demon Slayer used to be my third favorite. It's no longer my third favorite. Let's see. That's real. I want to enjoy the story, but the grind to get there, so I don't struggle with fights is wild. Yeah. I like the story of Genshin, but it's kind of like hard for me to sit through some of the cutscenes, because some of them take so long. Some of them I don't really care what they're talking about sometimes. I don't know. I feel like Genshin, I feel like I always have to be doing something during a cutscene in order for me to actually pay attention and get through it in Genshin, which could just be a me problem and paying attention in general. Yeah. The premise of Honkai Star Rail is decently interesting, but the pacing of and story isn't that well told, in my opinion, at least comparatively to Genshin, if you enjoy storytelling. I don't know much about Star Rail, honestly. I've watched some of my friends play, like, some of the gameplay of it. It doesn't seem like my type of gameplay-wise. And I'm not sure about the story, but my friends say that the story is good, but it does have less content out currently than Genshin. Like, I might just get into it because my friends are playing it. The thing is I don't really have to, like, gacha games, Genshin is such a time sink, and I bet Star Rail is as well. Oh, is this supposed to be Lapis, maybe? But, like, I am now at the point where I'd rather spend my time doing something else, than, like, I don't know. I do like playing them, but I feel like I need to be doing something productive now that I have other things to do. But I do enjoy playing the game, but now every time when I play something, I was like, oh, I could be just doing something else, which might just be, like, a problem, because it's good to, like, relax and play a game once in a while, and enjoy, like, time with friends and stuff like that. I started playing late 1.6, but was super slow playing it. Then I lost access to my old account and have to make a new one. Yeah, there are a few games where I lost access to, like, an account, and I'm like, I'm not playing, because then I would have to redo everything. I'm looking for the place, and I'm just lost. I think it's legit lower. I'm looking for the place where where my gems get taken. Oh, it's right here. I missed it. In Italian, even abstract nouns are gendered. Oh, yeah. So that must be hard to translate. Oh, yeah, here's my, oh, can I put it back? Can I move it? Oh, no, it's just in my hand. Wasn't B something? I don't know. How do I put it back? Can I just pick it up? I can't pick this one up. It's stuck in my hand. Oh, I can display it on things? Oh, that's so cool. Can I display it anywhere? I'm liking this game, guys. It's great. Are there other displays? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. You're gonna go over here, Jade. Okay. Collecting rocks the game. I hate Honkai Star Rail for not having a PS4 version. Oh man, truly the worst part of the game. Like, puro and pura means pure. Oh yeah, like everything is gendered. Yeah, that's one of the things, that's one of the reasons I don't want to learn a European language. I do really think I need to learn Spanish, but Spanish might be the only one. I don't know if it's as bad in Spanish. Actually, no, one of my friends who, Spanish is their first language, told me that it's like that. Wait, where's my really tiny, oh man, there it is. Guys, my Alexandrite piece, it's so tiny, it's like a toothpick. But yeah, I do want to learn Spanish, just because of the fact that I live in a place where there's a lot of Spanish speakers. But, we're gonna go put this next to Jade, actually. But the having to have to think about the gender for every single thing in the language, I feel like I would hate that, just in general. That's one of the things that intimidates me with learning any language. Oh, it got bigger somehow. That's better. It's just like a stick. Lovely. My lovely carvings. Yeah, I kind of messed up carving and then it became tiny. But it looks like it grew somehow. But yeah, that's my learning languages intimidates me. Or learning languages with gendered everything intimidates me. Was that all my rocks? Oh no, there's one. That's actually cool though. I like the stance. So, I tried to learn Gaelic for a bit. I gave up on Gaelic because I realized that even if I learned it really well, they would not speak to me in Gaelic, because I had a friend who, because I was in a Gaelic singing choir for a really long time. It's a really random fact about me. Every time I describe it, everyone's like, what? But I was in a Gaelic singing choir for a really long time. And two of the people there had, like, relatives. I am, like, 1/4 Scottish, so technically still technically part of my heritage, slightly. But someone told me that, like, even if you go to Ireland or Scotland and you learn Scottish or Irish Gaelic, they'll still speak to you in English, even if you know it. So that's one of the reasons that I kind of gave up on learning it. Yeah, my grandmother that I'm named after, or, well, one of my middle names is named after, she was fully Scottish. So I am 1/4 Scottish. Yeah. I have a really weird, I am a mutt of a human. I have a really weird, genetic, variety. But yeah. I have, like, 0.3% Spanish, 0.03% Spanish or something, because, I do have a little bit. I also have, like, I have a really little bit of Spanish, really little bit of Chinese. My mom made us do a, like, ancestry, like, 23andMe, like, DNA thing, because she was curious about it, because we are such a weird mix. And my little brother had a little bit of Korean, and she was like, where did that come from? Because she was talking to one of my grandparents, and my grandmother was like, yeah, there's probably going to be a little Chinese, because we do have a few Chinese relatives. And then my mom was like, Korean? He was like, Joshua has Korean. Or whoops, I just dropped my little brother's name. No one heard that. My little brother doesn't have a name. But she was like, my little brother had a little bit of Korean in him. And then my grandmother was like, I don't know any Korean relatives at all. I don't know. If someone told me that most of those, like, ancestry things aren't completely accurate anyway, but yeah. It's such a pretty series. Star Rail is basically an AU of Honkai 3rd, with turn-based fighting. I don't know much about Honkai either, but yeah. I was going to go draw, but my tablet died. No, sad. Is the tiny rock carved there? Yeah. I do see myself as non-binary, but I just use feminine language for myself because it just sounds pretty. Yeah. Gender and language can be daunting at first, but as you just learn the nouns and start hearing them and reading them, you'll pick it up inevitably. It's hardly the worst kind of mistake to make. Okay. That's the one thing that really intimidates me with learning Spanish or any gender language. I had such an easy time learning Japanese. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I kept with it for so long. Because Japanese just came easier to me to even English, that now whenever I try to pick up any other language, I get disheartened because it's harder than when I learned Japanese. Because to me, Japanese is really simple and it makes so much sense to me. I tried to learn Korean, and I'm going to Korea in May, and I should probably pick up Korean just for that, but I'll only be there for a week. But, Korean is so hard to pronounce for me. I know that it's grammatically similar to Japanese, and they have a lot of similar things, like overlap-wise and grammar and structure and all that, but Korean is so hard to pronounce for me, and to write. Even though Korean has, like, the simplest alphabet and stuff, it's just really difficult for me, and even though I tried to learn it, I dropped it because of that, but I should probably try to pick it back up. I also tried to learn Indonesian for a bit, and Indonesian was also pretty easy, but, I mainly dropped it because, I mainly started learning it because one of my friends at the time, like, recently moved here from Indonesia, and I wanted to try to, like, speak her language to her and, like, practice and stuff like that, but she was just keen on learning English. I like learning languages, but, like, you know, I still think that I have to have, like, a practical reason for use for them, because Spanish, it's one of the reasons why I should learn Spanish. It's because that I know a lot of people who speak Spanish, and I have no idea what they're saying when they speak Spanish, which is completely fine. I don't need to eavesdrop on their conversations, but I'm sure they'd appreciate it if I tried to learn, like, the language that they speak all the time, you know? Yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to pick up on chat, or another, I have a fourth of Scottish in me. Yeah, I have just 1/4 of Scottish. Same, but I'm just Euromut, yeah, only European. I am half, when I did my ancestry DNA test that my mom wanted me to do, I am half, it got it completely right, because I am half two things. I am half, it's really hard to carve with, like, no lighting. Okay, I will carve later, I guess. But, I am half Filipino, and I'm half Australian. And when I took my 23andMe, like, ancestry DNA test, it got that right on the nose. It was like, you're 49 point blah 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 percent Filipino, and then, like, 49 point blah 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 Australian, which was really cool. Sorry, not Australian, but, like, Caucasian, or more European, I guess white, the technical term, but yeah, I'm, by my grandparents, I'm a 4th Scottish. My grandfather was from, I think my great-great-grandfather on my mom's side was from Europe, or England, or Britain, or whatever it's called. But he got, like, disinherited and randomly wound up in Australia. That's all I know about him. And so that's why I'm half Australian. I don't know much about my family genealogy, actually, but Filipino, like, it was like, you're Filipino, and it can name the island that my dad was from, because that's pretty solid, or the genes there. But I do have a tiny bit of Chinese and a tiny bit of Spanish, because colonization. But yeah, so many people think I'm Hispanic, which is a problem with being mixed. I'm someone I've known for, like, 3 years. When I mentioned that I was half Asian, he was like, "Oh, you're Asian?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Asian." And he was like, "I thought you were Spanish." And I was like, "I've known you for, like, 3 years. Anyway, I've only gotten racist remarks thrown at me because people think I'm Mexican or Latino or Hispanic, and I am none of those things. I am Asian. If you're gonna be racist towards me, at least be correct. Well, I'm Asian, half white, I'm mixed. But seriously, if you're going to be racist towards me, please let it at least be the right race. Please give me all your half Asian, half Australian stereotypes. Same. The most crushing, annoying thing about learning a language is thinking you're good at it and then getting Englished when trying to speak to someone who knows the language natively. Yeah, when they're just, yeah. And yep. Mostly English and Italian, but I also have Ukrainian, French, etc. Yeah. I would love to learn more about European languages as well, but I just have a kinship with Asian languages. I'm mainly just scared of the gender thing, and I find Asian languages easier to understand. For me, grammatically wise. Honkai, pretty traumatized lesbians that can destroy planets. Interesting plot summary. Your little brother? Phos? Yeah. My little brother's name is Phos. My little brother doesn't have an actual name. He was never given a name at birth. Yeah. We're gonna do Congo cosplay. I know someone said that earlier. I don't think I said it. And we're gonna carve up here. How do I carve again? Let's see. What's carved Neptunite? I'm glad that someone told me that you can rotate, because that makes this better. Let's see. I do have something due at midnight tonight that I haven't finished yet, but it's fine. I will take the L on it. Holy moly, there's a Honkai game? Or a Houseki game. Sorry, I've been reading too much other things. Yes, this is fan-made. It's pretty fun. I really like it. It's in the description if you want to download and play it. Yeah, this is great. I know that there's someone in my Discord server who said that they're working on a Houseki No Kuni fan game as well, which I am very interested in. And I offered to help with music when they need it, because they aren't focused on like music yet. But yeah, that one's gonna be pixel art, and it looks really great. Or the pixel art that I've seen of it. So I'm excited for any fan content. And as I said, like, Houseki No Kuni, like, fan art for this series is amazing. And, like, gaming is art. Or games are art, you know? That was a mistake. It's fine. Happy little accents. I'm a great Congo. I can carve humans, no problem. Does anyone else... what genre is it? Oh, it's kind of like exploration. You explore, find gems, and right now I'm carving gems. And it looks like the island. And you can collect memories that play like clips from the anime where that like scene takes place. It's very good. I like it. Does anyone else have the wish want to be a rock or mineral, or am I the only one here? I don't know if I wish to be a rock or a mineral. I've never thought about how that would be like. I mean, Ayumu has that with you, I think. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to be a rock. Rocks have it pretty rough, you know. I'm not a good rock carver, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm learning Spanish, Japanese, and Russian. They're different enough, so I think it'll be fine. Oh, yeah, that's another thing of getting things mixed up. I want to learn Tagalog and Ilonggo, which are Filipino languages, and they are similar. They're not the same, but I get mixed up because, like, for instance, one has the word for, oh, like, there's like the word for like good, like, and it's like something, I don't know. I really need to get back into them. But there's some words that are really similar or mean the same thing but are different. Like, I think I was talking to my dad and I was like, oh, like kalao or something, which is like fire in Ilongo. And then he was thinking of the Tagalog word and he was like, oh, I thought you were saying like mountain or something. Like, there are words that sound the same but mean differently in the languages. I want to learn it because it's like my heritage, like Filipino, but I'm not that good at it. My Japanese is better than my supposed native language, which is kind of sad. But another problem is that because I know Japanese better, now I sometimes, whenever I'm trying to speak it, I speak it with like a Japanese accent. Speaking Tagalog and Ilongo with a Japanese accent isn't the way. But knowing Japanese has helped with me learning that language because there are words that are direct translation for each other that are in Japanese and Tagalog and Ilongo because they're Asian languages, that it isn't a direct translation in English. For instance, I don't know if anyone cares about these like minute details about languages, but I nerd out about this stuff. I love learning about different languages and stuff like that. But for instance, the word pauli, I don't know if that's Tagalog or Ilongo. Like I said, I get them mixed up. But the word pauli in Tagalog and Ilongo is like to return home, is like kind of what it means. And we don't really have a word for returning home specifically in English, but in Japanese they do, and it's kaeri, or kaeru. And so that's something really nice about knowing multiple languages, is when you're trying to learn a language, you can use words that are similar from another language. Because even though they are different islands and all that, they still have similarities in just being both Asian languages. I did actually know a bit of Zulu, but forgot all of it. Nap time, yeah. Probably get this question a lot, but what's your favorite gem? Oh, my favorite gem, like, I assume you mean favorite character in the series, gem-wise. My favorite gem is Phos, or favorite character. Does Phos count as a gem? I honestly am pretty neutral to all the other characters after Phos. Brongo is now, I think, my second favorite character. I think he has an actual canon name now. We were talking about that in another Discord server, but Brongo has an official name. It's like Pitapat or something. But I kind of like calling him Brongo. What was I saying? I think Brongo's my second favorite character in all of Houseki No Kuni now. Favorite gem? Honestly, when I first watched the anime, because I watched the anime when it came out. I only read the manga a couple months ago. But when I watched the anime, Rutile was my favorite gem. And I think, like, as far as side characters go, I think Rutile is still my favorite side character, which is kind of tough, because all the characters are... I just feel so neutral to most of the characters, actually. Like, I like all of them, but yeah. Side character, I'd say Rutile, because Rutile was my favorite when I only watched the anime. But Phos is definitely my favorite character in general. Yeah. I mean, Phos, this is like one of the rare series where the main character is my favorite character. People have thought I was Hispanic too. I assume it's because I look Italian. Yeah, it also depends where you are, because I am American. So they're like, if okay, if I'm gonna be racist towards you, do I think that you're or do you think you're from a random Asian island or possibly mixed? No, you're probably gonna be Mexican, because that's like what's close to America, I guess. But I just find it so funny, because honestly, it's just hilarious every time. Because my sister has that too. I also don't even get identified as Asian. I've never really been identified as Asian for people. I think I have Asian features, but my skin is not... I'm the whitest of my siblings, so it's a little weird. But my sister has gotten, like, remarks about how she's Asian and stuff. My sister, my poor first sister, when she was in, like, elementary school, someone convinced her that she was Chinese, because they said the Philippines didn't exist, and she believed them because they're kids and they're dumb and they don't know that stuff. But my sister thought she was Chinese for like a long period of time just because someone was like, no, the Philippines doesn't exist. If you're Asian, you must be Chinese. Ugh. But yeah. But, like, my sister has also gotten, like, racist remarks. The craziest thing she got is, the craziest racism experience my sister has ever gotten was she was filling up her car at a gas station, and this guy comes up to her, and he, like, starts to trying to, like, introduce her to his church or, you know, like, evangelism stuff for, like, Christianity and all that. And, like, my family's pretty religious, and my sister is a Christian. And she was like, oh, you know, like, sort of the thing of, like, I'm good, like, I believe in Christ and all that stuff. You don't have to try to evangelize to me and stuff, which is kind of awkward. And then he was like, I don't remember it that well, but my sister told her that she just remembers him saying this so vividly because she was like, what the, like, how? But he, like, told her, he was like, oh, I know, but, like, he was basically saying, like, I just wanted to make sure because I know you Mexicans aren't close to God. Like, what? Like, that is just not something to say to someone. And, first of all, like, Mexican, this is generalizing, I don't know if this is, but, you know, like, there's a lot of Mexicans are Catholic, or Catholicism is, like, a huge thing, in Mexico, you know, right? A lot of my, friends who are from Mexico are Catholic or have someone in their family who's Catholic. So saying that, like, Mexicans aren't close to God is just a really weird statement, and also, like, weird on, like, just generalizing a whole race to be like that is not okay. It also just sounds wrong. And then another reason, my sister is not Mexican. My sister is not Hispanic in any way. She's the same mixed race amalgamation as me. But yeah, that was my sister's weirdest racism experience in America. Anyway. I didn't actually have to, sorry, I'm trying to catch up on what I was saying. I would love to learn how to write music, but the most I can do is sing and do theater. I mean, that's music. Singing is great music. Learning instruments are fun. I know quite a few instruments. I know mandolin, violin, and I'm currently learning piano. I think I could play other things, but I'd have to think about it. I don't know. Those are my main ones. There are a few Houseki No Kuni maps on Roblox, but all of them are... See, Roblox is the one where my account got hacked, and now I don't play Roblox anymore. I played Roblox when I was really little, so now I've completely... Like, no, I don't play Roblox. Plus, it's, like, such a... I'm old now, so it's, like, it's become more of a kid's game, even though it was a kid's game when I played it, but it's now the younger generation kids game, so... Yeah, mixing up is okay, I guess. Filipino is more or less mixed up anyway, lol. Yeah, EP time, thanks for the stream, bye. Bye, Dot. Yeah, there's actually a Houseki No Kuni Minecraft mod where you can go to the moon. Oh, really? That's so great. And I even tried bringing the gems with me, but I died. Sad. A Minecraft mod, do you remember the name? Yeah, that sounds cool. He might have an official name, but is it as good as Brongo? No. His official name is, like, Pita Pat or something. It depends on how it's translated. Someone told me I translated it in my, like, 6-hour live stream, but I didn't understand it, which makes sense, because I must have been brain dead at that point. But, like, it's not as good as Brongo. I might still call him Brongo, even if people start using his actual name. But I'm glad he has a canon name, though, because... Like, calling him Aniki or Brongo, or calling him, like, Congo's brother is just not as fitting as a name. Honestly, Rutile gets cooler and cooler in the manga. Dark, but everyone gets screwed up in the end of the series anyways. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, like, Rutile's arc really struck with me, but Rutile was my favorite side character gem. I think they still are. Like, they're messed up as a character, but everyone in the series is. My favorite of the side nobody gems is Watermelon and Hemonef, right? Yeah, those ones are like unproblematic and, you know, like happier. I love Watermelon. They're so silly. Yeah. Not to stereotype, but Christ is big in Mexico. No, that's what I was saying. Is like I couldn't believe it when my sister said that. I was like, they have like there's like the Spanish. Did you hear what like Spain is different from Mexico, I know, but like do you not know the like cultural significance of like Christianity in like those places? Like Christianity isn't like a purely American thing. I don't know if you knew that. Antark is my favorite. I have a huge bias for Winter, especially characters after they got moonified / kidnapped. My favorite, and then Dialol. You know, Antark is probably also one of my favorites too, just because they're voiced by Killua from Hunter x Hunter in the anime. Because that's why I got super attached to them when I watched Houseki No Kuni for the first time, is because Antark was voiced by Killua from Hunter x Hunter, and I love Hunter x Hunter. I think I kind of messed that up a bit. But yeah, Antark's also probably one of my favorites. They don't get the problem later on of, like, all the moon problems, you know? Yeah. Antark's good. Probably Rutile and Antark. I like Cinnabar too. I don't know why, I have such conflicting feelings about Cinnabar for some reason. I do like them, but they're not, like, a favorite of mine. I have two friends who really, really love Cinnabar, and I kind of, like, am astonished that I don't really, really love Cinnabar for some reason. I did really like them when I watched it for the first time, but I don't know. I do like them. I'm not saying I don't like Cinnabar, but I do like them, and I'm surprised I don't like them more for some reason. Like, just on a personal level. Oh, Pad Paracha is just like a shoo-in. Like, Pad Paracha is just, everyone loves Pad Paracha. I haven't met a single Pad Paracha hater. Unless someone is a Pad Paracha hater in chat. Yeah, I think Daya might be my favorite behind Phos. Their relationship with Bort is heartbreaking. Yeah, Daya is an interesting character. Not one of, like, I find Daya very interesting, but I always found them a bit weird. I don't know. Yeah. For Lunarians, it's Cicada. Cicada is the best Lunarian. Barbada gets so little screen time, but Barbada is also chill. Anyone that's not Acmea, really. Late comment, but it's easier to find a Mexican who doesn't like tacos than Mexicans that aren't Catholic. Jesus, Los Mother, Mary stands as a Mexican. Oh yeah. I'm glad you've clarified as a Mexican for us. No, that was literally the like the part of him being racist to my sister who is not Mexican was like an afterthought. It's like, did you just say Mexicans aren't close to God? Like, who are you? That was like one of the craziest comments I've ever heard. It's like, no, I messed up again. I don't know what I'm trying to do, but I keep I just don't want I'm trying to get smaller cuts because I think it's nicer. But yeah, that's the craziest racism experience my sister has told me about. But like, again, people don't know how to be racist correctly. Please, PSA, if you're gonna be racist towards me or my family, please get the race right at least, because then you just look dumb. Yeah. It's Pita Pat in my translation. Pita Pat? I guess that's an okay name. I like Brongo. I know that's a fan-made name, but yeah. Pita Pat it matches the Pedal's names too, so I guess that's nicer. It's gonna be sort of getting used to me calling him Pita Pat instead of Brongo when I do have to eventually make that shift, because if that is his canon name, we're probably gonna start calling him that. I call him iThing. Yeah, iThing is also a great name. It just describes him really good. Okay, I'm done with this one. Let's find a new carving spot. Let's see. I thought his mouth was a shine for the longest time. I didn't know he had a mouth until 106 either. But after I realized he had a mouth, I was like, oh, okay. I just kind of accepted it. And then when I streamed translating it, everyone was so shocked that he had a mouth. Yeah. I know, right? I remember watching the anime for the first time and hearing Killua's voice, lol, really made me biased towards Antark. No, yeah, I was like immediately attached to Antark. I remember really crying when Antark died when I first watched the anime. Because I was so attached to them because they had Killua's voice. It was like watching Killua die. I love Antark just for that reason. Just because they're voiced by Killua, I got so attached to them. Oh. Padpa loves Lovers Assemble. Yeah, Padparacha Lovers Assemble. Yes, Padparacha is great. I love Padparacha. I hear something. There it is. As a manga reader... Oh, Phos is talking. As a manga reader, on volume 6, does Padparacha come back in the story? I really was intrigued by their character, and I had a feeling they would. Padparacha does come back. You're on volume 6? I'll try not to spoil the stuff then. Padparacha does come back. That's all I'll say about that. Although I'm a huge spoiler person, I cannot contain spoilers. Yes, Padparacha does come back. You definitely see them again. I do wonder if Phos getting their hair cut after at the end of volume 7 was symbolism for Phos losing their honor, since after they end they end up going to the moon, I think is what you meant to say. They went to the moon. Yeah. Maybe Phos getting their haircut. I kind of felt like it was just a thing of like, honestly, I should attribute deeper meaning to everything, but to me that was just like a thing of like further distinguishing themselves from Lapis. Hello, what is this game you're playing? Hello, Burin. I know that you watch my Amori streams, but yes, this is not Amori. This is a Houseki No Kuni fan game called Lustrous Spirit. It has like a recreation of the island, and you can collect memories, and you can collect gems, and you can carve gems, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Enjoy the read. Thank you. I really love the series. Yeah, it's great. I love the series so much, of course. I've made over 50 Houseki No Kuni videos now. But about Phos's hair getting cut at the end of volume 7. I haven't thought about that too deeply, actually. That's good that you brought it up. This is why I also like talking to people, because they bring up things that I haven't even overanalyzed yet. I don't know, it could represent that. I could see that. I feel like it also brings them more to how they kind of looked before, even though they do have a different face now. It's also kind of crazy, because that was, like, also the end of them trying to look like Antark. Because, of course, they tried to look like Antark because of their admiration and honor for Antark, you know. And then after that whole ordeal happened, me trying not to spoil things for the person who's on volume 6, they stopped trying to look as Antark as much, and then that's made really clear, like, later on. Hopefully one day the gems will be, the like, thing, like, covers what, let's see, what are, yeah. The, like, little emote thing on the, like, live chat, like, blocks words sometimes from, like, sentences. Hopefully the gems will be added as amplices. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know exactly how they do it yet, but yeah. I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to go to places I haven't been before, but I feel like I've walked around most of the island. Okay, I was also going to talk about videos I'm working on. I already mentioned the, like, Karen Gorm Phos video. What are some other videos I'm planning on working on? Oh, I'm gonna make a video about Ghost and their hubris, which caused Lapis to not be resurrected. Again, sorry for the person who's only on volume 6. my bad for the people in chat who have not finished the manga. This is not a spoiler safe zone. But I'm gonna make a video on how Ghost sort of has a hubris in wanting to protect the people that they like, are keen on, and how that is the reason that they weren't able to bring back Lapis. Which is really interesting, because, like, by trying and fixating so hard on it, on not losing another person, like they lost Lapis, that was the reason that they were not able to bring Lapis back, which is really interesting. I agree, I watched the anime first, and I couldn't not get my hands on the manga. I watched the anime when it came out, and only read the manga a couple months ago because I was waiting for a season 2. Season 2 didn't happen. I watched a video about how the art was amazing. I started reading Houseki No Kuni only for the art because I was like, okay, the art's really good. The video I watched didn't even mention the story of Houseki No Kuni, like what happens, because I remember being intrigued by the story when I watched the anime. But I started reading Houseki no Kuni for the art, and then the story was fantastic and amazing, and I love it. The jumps in the game can go so high, it would be funny if you broke your knees when landing sometimes. That would be funny if you just hear, like, and then your knees are gone. I mean, that would make sense because the gravity is weaker on the island the gems are in. A lore book, lore reader here. Lapis scares me for no particular reason, which I love because lapis lazuli, the mineral, is my favorite besides lazurite. I don't know what lazurite looks like. Yeah, Lapis is a very, very interesting character. I don't know, like, they actually get not a lot of screen time, which makes them even more interesting in a way. But it is kind of scary not knowing a lot about them and then seeing their influence on Phos. Also, like, sort of makes them more of a scary character, like you said. I miss Ghost. They look so cool. Yeah, Ghost is great. They are very mentally traumatized, like everyone is in the series. But I really liked Ghost as a character, and I wish we got more time with them. But yeah. I believe in the art book they said that they were very sparse forest areas. Are there any trees in this game? Let's see. Oh, there's like an island here. Yeah, in the lore book, it states that, like, you know where yellow appears when Phos runs away and you see the trees? They have trees on the island, but they are very thin trees. They're very thin trees. And they have to line up the trees in the grain correctly to make it look like the wood, like the stuff made out of wood in the rooms, like, to look like they came from a bigger tree, because bigger trees don't exist in Houseki no Kuni. They're all like twigs. But I don't think this game has any forests in it currently. From what I've seen walking around so far, because I haven't seen a forest yet. I do wonder if there's an aquatic mammal left in Houseki no Kuni's Earth. I doubt it, actually. Because the snails are sort of like what's left of that. They do have jellyfish, I guess. But they don't have any deer. They don't have any big animals in Houseki no Kuni. Is that the sun? That is the sun. Like, they only have bugs and plants and, like, and only sunflowers. Or no, those are the moons? Yeah, they look cool. It's so pretty, especially the reflection on the water and stuff. But yeah. This game looks kind of interesting. Probably will try it after work. Yeah, it's great. I like it. I might stream it more while I talk about Houseki no Kuni or something. I guess I'd have to have something to talk about when I play it, because this is not like a game, or because this is a game where you kind of need things to talk about, but no, we've talked about some interesting stuff, language, racism, all the good stuff, covering all the bases. Well, before volume 11 and 12. Yeah. This is so cool. Seeing more than one moon is so strange to me. Yeah, I sometimes keep forgetting that there's like multiple moons in the series, but it's cool. I like it. But wouldn't the lower gravity mean the higher trees? I don't know if that's exactly how it works. I mean, the atmosphere has changed significantly from 6, what is it? Oh, wait, there's a tree. Oh, yeah. Here, let's go to the tree so I can show you. The gravity, the atmosphere in the whole world has just changed so significantly from the 6 meteorites. That makes the trees thin for some reason. It might just be that they're young trees. It might, which, I don't know, that would be weird though, because the gems live for so long. It might just be that maybe, like, trees have mutated, maybe only thin trees are left, something like that. But they don't have any big trees anymore, in the series. This is actually thicker than I would expect. But yeah, there's only, like, thin, like, spittly, like, trees left, and they have to make it seem like they came from bigger trees. I mean, they are quite tall. If you look at the art books, and if you look at, the anime, even though the trees are very thin, they're quite tall. So I guess it's not really a height factor, it's the fact that the trunks, and the branches are really thin, you know? Who are you playing as? I don't know, probably Phos. But the snails eat everything in the ocean. That's why the gems are cultivating their own jellyfishes. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, that would make sense. Because they talked about lack of food resources for the Admiralibuses. And so that is probably the case, is they probably ate all the wildlife that was in the ocean, you know? So where can I display gems? Can I just... Those are stools. I can't display gems on the stools. I want to see if there's other places I can display them. Let's see. Running in this game is so fast. Is this what it feels like to be Yellow Diamond? Yeah, we're playing as Yellow Diamond, of course. I mean, it has to be with how vast the island is. I mean, it's still quite small for an island, for the worlds as a comparison. But, oh no, I fell. It's fine. But, yeah. In order to make this game not just walking everywhere simulator. It's really fun. I really like this game. Yeah, I'll probably play it more at some point and discuss, I didn't discuss a lot. I also want to make a video just on New Goshenite, because I think if you look at the story from just New Goshenite's perspective, it's not that bad if you just look at it from New Goshenite's perspective, and no other gem's perspective, because I feel like they got the best ending. So I want to make a kind of like a funny video on them. Alrighty. It's interesting to see these in different lights too. I think that's supposed to be Sonora. This is Nephite. Nephite. I love the graphics on the gems. Where should we put this one? Maybe like right here. I want to carve another one. We'll stand like right here and carve one. This is a very relaxing game. It's so calming. Let's see. Which one should we carve? What's this? This is rutile. Okay. Amethyst. Red beryl. Lapis lazuli. Ruby. Euclid. This one's Euclid. I wonder if the gems are aerodynamic for how fast they run lol. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh wait, I have 4 of this one. What's this one? Platinum? We don't have a character who's platinum. Oh wait, it's the cube? Oh, that's so funny. Wait. It's like the cube that Phos like conceals them in. That's kind of funny. And I can carve it like normal? Oh, I can. Guys, that's kind of funny. Okay. Oh, I like how the pieces just fling in the background. Yeah. What are y'all's favorite gems? List them in the chat. What are some other questions? Is there any gem that you absolutely hate? Because that's like always an interesting question. I feel very neutral to a lot of the gems actually. Like after reading it, because New Child was my favorite when I just watched the anime, but even though they're still like one of my favorite gems, I feel very neutral to them after reading all the manga. Like I just feel so like not love, not hatred. I just feel so neutral to like most of the characters, which I've never had with any other series, which is why I love Houseki No Kuni. But it's like all the idealist like things about each of the characters were stripped away, and so now you're just left with people, which that's why they feel so multifaceted and stuff like that, is because they have such deep flaws. But it makes them hard to like, because sometimes people are hard to like because of their flaws and stuff like that, which is why I'm so neutral towards them. Like, Padpa is easy to like still, but Padpa has so little screen time that it is still hard. Even though Padparacha is very likable, and I haven't met anyone who doesn't like Padparacha. Like, their limited screen time and the fact that they also suffer from, like, the same things that make me neutral to all the other gems still makes it hard for me to, like, love them so much like a character. I wonder if the gems are... Oh, yeah, I read that one. Nefti and Yuke are my favorite. Nefti, interesting. Nefti doesn't get that much screen time. Sorry, I mispronounced them. Neptunite is their name. I call them Nefti because that's what Beneto calls them. In Japanese, because I want to watch the English dub of the anime, but I haven't yet. I probably will like the sub more, but I am curious about the dub, and I actually want to watch it. I'm pretty neutral with most of them, but I like Yellow Diamond. Yeah, Yellow Diamond is also one that's kind of pretty likable, just because of all their problems. It's understandable the way they are. We love Yellow, yeah. I'm not a big fan of Daya. I kind of agree with you there. Again, more neutral to Daya, but Daya, it does get, like, interesting, Design is awesome, but how they treat Board in the end is yeah. I mean, all the characters kind of like that, where you're just like, oh yeah, they're pretty cool until I think about them for longer than 2 seconds. I cut that way too much. I keep making too many cuts, and then I lose all the, like, tiny cuts that I've been making. Oh well. Okay, we'll stop with that one. I'm gonna carve another one. Let's see. Which one? I want to see what Rutile looks like. Yeah, this is cool. Oh, I like the bottom part of it. Antark and Daya, but Phos after Volume 12. Have you guys met anyone in the fandom who loves the series but hates Phos? Because I know there's a lot of people in the series who love the series and hate all the gems, but like Phos. But, like, because I can see it as, like, someone being a fan of the series and hating Phos, but I feel like that is the minority opinion if there is someone there. Phos is my favorite. I usually don't like saying the main character is my favorite, but Phos is definitely my favorite. That's not a glitch at all. That's just how the stone works. This is how Rutile works. You wouldn't understand. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Daya. Oh wait, I read that one. Alexandrite is my favorite. I need to read the Houseki No Kuni manga, but I'm the same neutral towards the ones I don't already have as favorites. You do need to read the Houseki No Kuni manga, because it is phenomenal. I think it's, I don't know, that's a tall order. I was about to say, I think it's probably one of the most well-written series I've ever read, but I really like Hunter x Hunter too. I guess it's the most well-written plan series I've ever read. I think I would say it's more well-written than Noragami now, but I like Noragami more as a story, which is why it's above Houseki no Kuni in my list, but that might change when Houseki no Kuni ends. Yeah. I love Beneto too. I forget about them. I forget about Beneto a lot, but I do like them. They're a very interesting character. Favorite Zircon. Zircon's great. They don't get a lot of screen time either, but I really like them as well. Beneto 3. It's basically impossible to hate Phos. Yeah, I feel like it's basically impossible to hate Phos, but I can see how some people might. But because they're the main character and you get to see their viewpoint and stuff like that. Oh, I love how you can see the shimmers in the night, like now that it's nighttime. This patch has not been patched up, but I wonder if that'll stay there when it's done carving. Yeah. The tale of how I became a Houseki No Kuni fan. A year ago, I had a huge obsession with Steven Universe and stumbled across Houseki No Kuni from an old Reddit post. I was curious and thought the characters were pretty. Ah, sad day. I'm so surprised that they did use Steven Universe to advertise it. They have all the same characters. Yeah. I haven't watched... both of my friends who had got into Houseki no Kuni are Steven Universe fans. I was never a really mega fan of Steven Universe. I watched most of it. I haven't watched all of its content, actually. But, I don't know, it was a decent show. It's definitely still a kid's show, though, so not exactly my type. But, it was good. But yeah, it's really funny, the, like, comparisons and stuff like that to it. Rutile's got a hole, just like that. Yeah, Rutile's twinning with Bad right now. Hole, yeah. Paparacha is my favorite. Paparacha is just a simple favorite. One of the only people that was really a real homie to Phos. Did you know did you notice that, like, the reason why Paparacha wasn't a part of the story for so long, like, for years, like 200 years or something, because, you know, New Goshenite went and, like, woke them up, and that's, like, the only thing New Goshenite has done. But the reason it was probably like that. Oh, is that the Neptunite I put there? Man, that's so pretty in the night. And it's, like, glowing a bit. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, sorry. But the reason that, Padparacha, the reason why Padparacha was not revived right after, I think, is because of Acmea. Oh, do they all glow? Oh, that's cool. In the night. Here's Cinnabar, yeah. But I think that's because of, here's this one. Which was this one? Oh, that was the Platinum. That one's Rutile. It still has the hole in it. Okay, that's funny. I'll place those in a minute. But actually, wait, did I place them here? No, it's upstairs. But the reason why Padparacha was not up in, like, the 200 years and stuff like that, and New Goshenite had to wake them up, is probably because of Acmea. Acmea sucks. But, like, that's probably why. Here's Alexandrite, and this is Jade. Yeah, those look cool. So this game is just filling up the room with all your rock carvings. This is great. I love it. But yeah, Acmea sucks. And Acmea only did something to prevent Phos from interacting with Karen, Gorm, and Paparacha, because those were the only characters who would actually care about Phos. It sucks so much. I hate it. But it's how the story is. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. Where do I want to place the Platinum? Let's see. What's up here? I'll place it down here. Later I was left with no more Steven Universe content after playing the games. There's games? And binging the animation 5 times. So I wanted to find it and I couldn't on my streaming fest. So I waited and had the obsession with Genshin, and then I found Houseki no Kuni on Prime. Woo! Yeah. Houseki no Kuni is so good, man. Each one of the rooms has a stand, right? Can I place it in here? Oh yeah, there's one. I'll place it there. It's kind of an awkward spot, but yeah. I'm surprised that there's so much, actually, like, I've seen more overlap with Houseki no Kuni and Genshin. I'm surprised that there's such an overlap with that as well. But I'm glad that people won't criticize me for whenever I mention it. Because I know Genshin has, like, such a, like, wacky reputation for people who don't know much about the game. But yeah. Are these also stands? No, I can't place it in here. We'll place Rutile over here. Do I have a piece of... It's still there. It's like a hole. It's so funny. If I have a piece of Padparacha, I should place it there. But, do I? But yeah. I feel like it's just hard to be prepared for stuff. I think someone told me that Pad Paracha was glitched though, so I might not be able to get a Pad Paracha. Let's see, which one of these do I want to carve? I have a Benitoite. Let's carve Benitoite. Yeah. Later I was left. Later left. I would never ask you. Then I got distracted by another anime. Suddenly, my rock nerd was back. Was like, I need more personified rocks. Eventually, watching Houseki No Kuni, loved it and binged it in one evening. No season 2, I thought, so I wanted to read the manga. Yeah, and then you died inside, right? Oh no, I didn't mean to cut Benito in half. It always starts that way. Yeah, I want this to be a bigger piece. Maybe like a triangular piece like that. Yeah. I saw clips of the anime when people praised it for its 3D animation. Yeah, that's how I heard about it too, is people were saying it was like a great 3D anime, and that's why I watched it. Like, that's how I was introduced to it. Originally as an anime, and then later for the manga, people were like, oh, the art is, art in the manga is super good, and that's the only reason I read it. Never for the story, but the story is phenomenal. I was really intrigued by the story when I finished the anime, though. But I didn't pick it up, because I assumed there would be a season 2 at some point. Yeah. Patra is fine. Karen is glitched. Okay, yeah, Karen Gorm is the glitched one. I guess I just need to find some Pad Paracha. So I got volume 5, read it in 2 days, and I got the other volumes. Read all ones in 1 day, and then it took me a couple of days to get volumes. Okay, so I like reading physical manga way more. I like the physical books. If I don't have, like, when I didn't have money, I would not rent them. You know, I would borrow them from the library. But so for Houseki No Kuni, I was like, I had just finished catching up with Noragami, and I wanted another manga to read, and when I went to Japan, I was looking for the Houseki No Kuni manga, because it had been something that I wanted to read, but I wanted to read the physical books. Couldn't find it in Japan when I went there. I could only find 5 volumes of Noragami, sadly. But I now have the full set of Noragami in Japanese. But, then I was looking on, like, eBay for, like, used books, and I got, like, half the series for this. I got, like, half of the series, of the volumes, and I was like, this'll hold me over. I read that half, and I was like, I need to finish it. I ordered the rest of the series, but I couldn't wait for them to ship to me. Like, it was just, like, a couple of days, but I was like, no, I need to know what happens. So then I read the rest of Houseki No Kuni online. But I have all the books now, and I love it. Yeah, the official translations are so much different from the fan translations, and not a bad way, it's just a different interpretation, you know? Let's see. So, yeah, I just finished Beastars and was looking for more 3D anime and found Houseki No Kuni and fell in love. Yeah, I haven't watched Beastars. I've heard good things about it. I'm not sure if it's my type of show, but I'll keep it in mind. Funny how so many have a similar story. Are the stories similar? Like I said, I don't know much about it. It took me a few days to get caught. Sorry, I am dying. Coughing. It took me a few days to get caught up reading online, then I got caught up, and now I'm dead inside. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Houseki No Kuni experience. I actually wasn't that dead inside after reading it. Well, I was. I was dead inside in how it was made me feel emotionally. I have never read a series that has given me such a visceral reaction as Houseki No Kuni. I've never had such a visual reaction to a piece of media before with Houseki No Kuni. And so that's how I felt. But I think it's a good thing that I did not find this series when I was younger because it is incredibly depressing. I'm not depressed from reading it, but I might have been if I read it years ago. But I love Houseki No Kuni so much. The reason why I like it so much, this is like a personal thing, but it sounds like something I would have written when I was little, but actually good, because, you know. But I constantly had stories that had really sad endings and were really depressed because it was things that, like, I related to. And so it reminds me of, like, stuff like that I really enjoyed when I was little. It's like the exact anime and manga. It's like the exact story that I love because it's, like, relatable to me in that way. But it reminds me of that, but actually well written. And I'm hoping it has a happy ending, because that was one of the things is when I made stories, when I wrote stories like that, because I really liked writing stories, I loved, like, I loved writing the stories. I loved making depressing scenarios and really sad, like, things, because that's the types of stories that I like, is I really like what I call realistic stories, because my life was terrible, and I was like, it's not realistic if the characters aren't suffering every 5 minutes. It just doesn't feel, like, real to me if that's not the case. No! I fell again. But, yeah, I like stories that got really dark. I like stories that, like, talk about, like, some of, like, really horrifying things, you know, stuff like that. And so that's one of the reasons why I liked Houseki No Kuni. But whenever I wrote stories like that, and I wrote stories that were like that, but whenever I wrote stories like that, I couldn't find a way of giving it a happy ending. I actually made, like, a whole sort of, like, cop-out, like, system for each one of my stories, because I, like, physically couldn't write, like, happy endings into them. Just because I couldn't see, like, I could probably have reference to my mental state, but I couldn't just see, like, a hope in anything or something like that. So I really, it seems like Houseki no Kuni will end on a happy note. And so that's just the one thing I want to see of this series, even though people joke that we won't get a happy ending because it's Ichikawa. I really hope that it does end on a happy ending, because even though there are, like, depressing things in life and things that can be really sad and, like, suffering and all that stuff, you know, life isn't all that bad. And there are things that you can be appreciative and joyful in life, you know. We can still have the really depressing, funny stuff, though, you know. I mean, we all heard of Houseki no Kuni due to its cool animation wall. Yeah, the artwork in Houseki no Kuni is what got me into it, like I said. And then the story is absolutely brilliant, and I love it so much. Let's see, what are we carving now? What have I not carved yet? Let's carve lapis, yeah. Ooh, is lapis more round? Lapis is more round. Okay. Let's start making some cuts. I mean, we all heard, and I became a full-time rock nerd now, starving for more personified rock things. And there isn't any other series that focuses on rock people. Yeah, like, Steven Universe, like, yeah, it's really funny that people say that it's so similar to Steven Universe, but it's really just those two. Houseki no Kuni and Steven Universe is, like, personified rocks, and, yeah, I can't think of, like, mostly any other series that have, like, a similar concept. It's pretty cool. I like it as a concept. I like that people can compare characters. No, it happened again, guys. Lapis has a hole in them. Oh no. If the devs for this game are still on there, I found a bug. Anyway. I don't know what causes it. I am a computer science major, so I haven't really gone much into game development, though. When I have to do my senior project this year, because I graduate this year, not this semester, but next semester, I'm thinking of maybe doing streams of me working on it, because then I'll actually work on it. I'm not sure if that'll be interesting, though. Oh, the hole's growing. But that's something I've thought about for my senior project. Oh, I can just make the hole grow. Well, let's see what I can do here. But I don't know if people would watch me code. Lapis is doing fine, just fine and dandy. I literally cried myself to sleep after finishing it. See, I didn't cry. I was like too shocked to cry. Although I have a problem with that because, I don't know. I don't cry that often anymore. I don't know if that's a bad thing. But I didn't cry after finishing Houseki No Kuni. I cried after the fact. Because I didn't cry while reading Houseki No Kuni. I didn't cry after reading Houseki No Kuni. But because I was just so shocked with everything that had been going on. But when I was writing scripts for the videos that I make, and when I was like just really thinking intensely about the series, I would start to cry just with like how depressing the subject matter is and how deep it gets. So like the emotional reactions was finally able to come through. So it's something that I was just too shocked. If all the series gets animated, I will cry when I watch the anime, if those scenes get animated. But when I originally read it, I was also reading it at work. I wasn't going to cry at work. But, I mean, I'm a good employee and don't read manga while I work. But I didn't cry initially. But I did cry when I started thinking about it more and when I was writing scripts for it. And even while recording, like, one of the videos. Like, the forgiveness video, I literally, like, started thinking about what I was going to say and what I was thinking of for the concepts of the video I was making. And I had to, like, pause. And I was just like, oh, man, it's so depressing. Yeah. Me trying to catch up where I was. So here I am now. I decided to do it myself. Add the best time genre. Depressed rock, people who go to space. Yeah, that's my favorite genre. Depressed rock, people who go to space. That's it. Oh dear Lord. Houseki No Kuni is like a horror piece of media, but not horror. It's not horror. It's like psychological horror. There's not a lot of things that are like jump scary or things like that. There is a little bit of terrifying imagery of just Phos, but it's like just the situation, like just thinking about the situation the character is that's horrifying. Realizing that all the characters you thought you cared for in the series are actually a lot more apathetic and less caring than before is the horrifying part of the series. It's so good. I love it. That's like the psychological horror aspects to it. I love writing, to be honest. I really want to become a manga author. Same. I plan to maybe stream me trying to create a manga or comic. I have to wait till I have a day where I could do this, but I want to do like a sort of like 24-hour live stream of me just finishing a comic, because I have so many ideas. I have stuff I want to do, but it's like that initial hurdle of just getting one done, then you can do it. I've written a children's book. I want to write another one too, but once you do it one time, it's a lot easier. I thought about writing novels. I do have plans for novels and stuff, but I'm not really a novel writer. I think that like comics, I also read more comics, is a better way of expressing a story, and I like that medium a lot more. So I might turn the novels that I'm thinking of writing into comics, just because that's sort of more of my style, but I need to get better at drawing for that, and I need to practice more, and I need to actually set aside times to do it. That's one of the reasons why I'm streaming Amori, is because if I have it as a stream time, then I will do it, which is why I'll probably stream my senior project, or me working on it, as well, because I really like streaming too. That's not something I expected, because I kind of just started streaming on a whim, but it's really nice. I like it. I don't have to edit it afterwards, and I get to interact with people live, you know. This Lapis piece came out weird because of that glitch thingy, but it's still cool. It's so dark. I wish I could control what time it is so that I could actually see inside. Yeah. On the topic of writing, I usually write a lot of tragic things because it's funny. So you write tragic things because funny. I write tragic thing, or I used to write really tragic things because I'm depressed. Well, I also still like it, like story-wise. It's really hard for me to write comedy. I'm really not that good at writing comedy. My sister's really good at writing comedy. My sister, like, fills in the gaps of what I'm bad at. But Ichikawa is good at comedy, but her comedy is also depressing in the context of Houseki No Kuni. But I feel like I'm not that good at writing comedy. I've tried to write some comedy stuff before, but I think it's also just because I prefer, like, tragic stories to comedy in general anyway. Where should we put Lapis? Let's put Lapis here. Yeah. Lapis, but they have holes AU. Yep. Same. I'm graduating this year. I'm graduating a semester early, and I couldn't be happier. I hate college so much, but you didn't hear that from me. It looks like Mickey Mouse as a whole. No, it looks so much like Mickey Mouse with Lapis, but Mickey Mouse. Disney Lapis. Disney branded Lapis. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to graduate college. I absolutely hate college with every fiber of my being. This is just my opinions. Please don't. Can I get on top of this thing? I'm gonna try to do that. I don't know. I'm never coming back to college after I graduate. But it's like sunk cost fallacies. I've been in college for so long that I do have to see it out, get my degree and stuff like that. But I absolutely hate it. If I knew what I knew when I was a freshman in college, I don't think I would have done it. Or I would have chosen a different college or something. Yo, I made it, guys. Parkour champion. Houseki No Kuni game parkour champion. Can I jump on here? I can jump on here. You can hit cancel to get the Lapis back. Yeah, I know. If you want to restart. No, it's fine, guys. The Mickey Mouse branded Lapis is perfect. There's nothing wrong with my Lapis piece. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I found Houseki no Kuni anime when I was younger, only with a few clips on YouTube, thinking it was a typical anime high schoolish, nah, but with rocks and thought Phos turned into Dia. Oh, interesting. I feel like anime adaptations tend to be even more impactful on the viewer. Yeah, just because they have the accompaniment of music and visuals and stuff like that. But the art goes hard in Houseki no Kuni in general, though. Like, not to discount Ichikawa, but yeah, like with the addition of music and sound and everything, it just makes it like a whole bunch of more of an experience. The series does have body horror in it, though. Yeah, I don't know. That stuff doesn't make me squeamish. Gore and stuff doesn't really make me squeamish at all. I don't know. Sometimes it does, but not really. And I am a type of weird person where I really like the body horror aspect to Houseki no Kuni. I just think it looks really cool, and I have problems, psychological issues, to where I like stories that are like that. Let's see, comments. To realize that all the gems and Lunarians are gone is so scary to me. Yeah, to think about that. I have a huge fear of nothingness or an endless voice. Yeah, it is a kind of a scary thought. Like I said, Houseki no Kuni is kind of like more psychological horror. Maybe I shouldn't venture to the end of the map because that always spells bad things, but we can try. But the concept of nothingness, the concept of having like no one around, like a loneliness that's like even more propped up to the fact that there's no one who even exists in the same plane as you is really interesting. I like it as like a horror aspect. Something I was holding to myself because I didn't know that the place to say it, but blowing dandelions in my culture has meaning of granting wishes. So Congo blowing the dandelion. Oh no, don't tell me that, because I have this theory about Congo. I don't want to believe it. I bring it up sometimes. But I somehow think that Congo knew about Acmea's plans, and I think he aided in it. Is a theory I have, not something definite. But, oh man, I've been thinking about that a bit. I don't want to believe it, because you still want to think of Congo as like a sort of person, but he didn't try to stop Phos in any way. He makes it very clear that he doesn't like being an authority figure. Phos is the only one who... Anyway, there's a lot of evidence to it. It's definitely up to interpretation, but I could probably make a video on evidence. This is a cool rock. Evidence for that theory. But maybe I should make a video on that. It's just something I don't want to believe. But that comment you just made about the, like, dandelion thing, that could definitely aid to that theory of Congo wishing for Phos to be what they ultimately become, to replace him, because he didn't want to be an authority figure, and Phos was the only one who didn't treat him like an authority, so he wanted people to treat him the way Phos treats him. And that's why he doesn't try to stop Phos in any way. That's why he doesn't try to calm Phos of their suspicions. And I think there's merit to that theory, which I'll probably make a video on that. But it's just so sad and I don't want to think about it. But there's so much evidence for it. When I was rereading it, I was also picking up on that sort of evidence for that Congo had a bigger hand in this than we thought. Maybe he didn't want Phos to be as harmed as Acmea turned them out to be. But I think that Congo knows more than what leads on, you know. I'm so scared to go to college in a few years. Oh, I'm sorry for scaring you. College is fine. Make sure it's something you really want to do. Make sure you go into a degree plan that you know for sure that you'll want to go into for a while. And make sure that it's a worthwhile investment, is I guess all I have to say. I go to K through 12 school, and all the groups are different from other American schools. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know if this has been said, but your flying off things due to running too fast is reminiscent of Phos first having their agate legs. Yeah, I'm just Phos, new agate legs Phos as I play this game. Let's see. So I can't really say high school student or middle school student, so oh yeah. It's like weird. Grades can be weird, especially if you're like homeschooled or something or in a different type of schooling system. Wow, was the building always this big in the story? You mean to like scale? No, it might be smaller. I don't know what scale the creators are going off of, but maybe. I think this is about the size though. This seems about the size of how big it is. It is a big building. Yeah. Wait, is the Lunarians in this game? Nope. That would be such a cool addition, but currently not. I suggested maybe doing the moon, but they're like, they'd have to finish the, you know, Earth first. At least it's just one island, you know? I love to be able to run super fast from my problems. Oh, true. Gosh, when Phos got taken apart and each gem hid piece. Oh, no, stop. No, the trauma. Why do you have to remind us of the trauma like that? Gosh, when Phos got taken apart and each gem hid pieces of them, I can't imagine how catastrophic and isolating it must have been for Phos if it were conscious. Honestly, I think that was the most horrifying part of the story for me. And that probably is one of the things that makes me the most sad. I think that was the most horrifying and traumatizing part of the story. I know that there's a lot of those in Houseki No Kuni, but it's just horrifying to think that Phos was awake that whole time because of what happens in chapter 1 with them getting scattered. And then it's just horrifying to think of different pieces of you scattered throughout all over, and knowing that your entire family turned on you and that the person you trusted the most was the one who gave them that idea. It's awful. Absolutely awful. I think that is the worst point in the story, in my opinion. Absolutely hate it. My favorite feeling about anime and manga stories is when the story mixes it up and leaves me more curious. Yeah. Oh my god, I view Congo in a similar light. I've always felt like not everyone has that perspective of him. Would you mind elaborating on it more? Okay, well I guess if you think I should elaborate on it more, I should make it a video. It's been on my mind for so long. I just don't want to believe it. But, like, there's nothing in the story that goes against the fact that Congo knew about Phos. There's nothing in the story that goes against the fact that Congo didn't know about Acmea's plan. In fact, when Acmea and Congo meet later on, like, Congo doesn't say anything malicious to him, and, like, they both talk to Phos as if they both equally contributed. And Brongo, like, or Pitapat, however you want to call Brongo, Brongo even states that in 106, that Phos is a product of both Congo and Acmea. And, like, if we want to give Congo the benefit of the doubt, I think that, like, if I want to think of it as nicely, I think that Congo tried to push Phos into the way that Phos is now, but I think Congo didn't want Phos to suffer in that way. That's why Congo rebuilds Phos. But I think Congo always intended for Phos to take his place, and I think that's why he gave Phos the encyclopedia role, and I think that's why the story starts with him calling Phos, is because this is Congo finally making his mark on trying to push Phos towards that. And so I think that Congo and Acmea both, like, you know, Acmea tried about the trial and errors. I think Congo did that too. I think it's an equal thing. Both Congo and Acmea tried to influence Phos into becoming the divine, like, basically in the story, but they just took different approaches, and they were differently, and it worked out either way. That's my opinion on it. 'Cause Congo even states, like, there's this, like, cryptic thing of, like, when Congo tells Phos about the encyclopedia job, in chapter 1, this is in chapter 1, Congo talks to Phos about the encyclopedia job. He looks down at his hands and he's like, I leave it all to you. He says something like that. I leave it all to you, it's in your hands, something along those lines. Just that line in chapter 1, like, because chapter 1 builds up so much. I really think that Congo knew more than lets on. I think that Congo doesn't try to stop Phos in any way. He does berate Phos for going in the ocean and stuff, but that's more for breaking his rules, the rules that he set up for the society. It's not about actually Phos's concern or anything like that. I think he gives Phos the encyclopedia job. I don't think he wants Phos to be harmed in any way. I don't think that he wanted Phos to go through the suffering that Phos went through, but I definitely think that he knew about Phos. He wanted to make Phos human the same as Acmea, but they both went about it in different ways. But I think they both equally contributed to how Phos turned out. And that's why Brongo attributed it to both Congo and Acmea, because it isn't just an Acmea thing. And it's horrifying to thinking about that Congo knew this would happen, and that Congo pushed for it, and that's why he gave Phos the encyclopedia job, and why everything in the story happens. It's really sad to think about that, but I think that that's true. That's the vibes that the story gives me from rereading it several times, and I guess I have to make that into a video, but it's awful to think about. It's absolutely awful to think about, but it makes a lot of sense to me. It makes more sense to me than if Congo is really innocent and doesn't know anything and didn't try to push Phos to be human. I'm currently making a Houseki No Kuni crossover AU with Transformers, implying the horror aspect a little bit more, and Congo somewhat takes the place of Phos. Oh, interesting. One crossover I never thought I'd see, yeah. Houseki No Kuni and Transformers is crazy. I'd love to read that. How many memories do you have left? I don't know, quite a bit. Let's see. Is there a counter for it? I'm not sure. Memories remaining 47. I have 47 left. I barely touched it, really, it seems like. I usually see Houseki No Kuni gems I use, like other characters as gems. Yeah. Cutscene moment. The AU started... Oh, there we go. Here's another one. Oh, yes, lovely. You can see Alex in the corner there. Hello, Jade. Okay. The AU started in, the AU started in winter 2022, when I found out what Houseki No Kuni was through TikTok. It's interesting to, I don't use TikTok, it's interesting to see that there have been more fans drawn to it, which I'm glad to see, obviously. I mean, I was drawn back to it through a video. I mean, I watched the anime, but the manga's so great, I love it. The dandelion could apply both to Phos's ever-changing wish. Yeah. But you just opened my eyes to Congo's wish too. Yeah, because Congo didn't want to be a servant, and he could put his wish into Phos, that Phos will take over, and I think that's why he gives Phos the encyclopedia job, to find out the truth of this world. That's what Phos was bid to do, and that's what led Phos on their journey, is the encyclopedia job. That's what Congo asked Phos to do. It's so upsetting to think about, but I do really think that Congo played a bigger role. Yeah, and I guess I do have to make a video on it if people are asking me to elaborate on it more. About the wish also being for Phos, though, I mean, it's also the same flower that Phos tried to hold on to when they went through the corridor to... Oh, man. When Phos... The, like, flower that they couldn't grab onto as they went to speak with Congo for the last time. Oh, wow. I just made that connection. The change in volume 12, where Phos, tries to grab onto the flower but can't, and it flies away. Maybe that could symbolize the wish not being granted or something like that. But, it also highlights the last time Phos and Congo meet, whereas that flower also symbolized the first time. It shows, like, the ending of their relationship, in a way, you know? I love the crossover stuff. Sometimes I started adding some Houseki No Kuni aspects into my Final Fantasy-based story elements. Nice. That seems horrifying, yes. I think the Lustrous Spirit, the school, is about 5 times smaller than it should be compared to the player. But it looks big because the island is like 20 times smaller than it should be. Okay, interesting. 5 times smaller? Yeah. It's big. I mean, you see the anime, like, the thing is big. You kind of just don't get the scale for it. I mean, these pillars are, like, way bigger than the gems and stuff, you know? And where this is kind of like a gem size, you know? Everything is so big in Houseki No Kuni, it's crazy. I mean, even Phos at the end, man. It's kind of hard to put into scale some of the things. That would be even sadder if Phos being a Yumu's reincarnation theory is true. I thought about that too. Yeah, it is even sadder thinking about that as well. I do think Houseki No Kuni has gotten more popular recently. In a month, about 200 more fanfics were released on AO3. So I guess that's the measure of... I mean, I'm glad. Since I'm making videos on it now, I'm glad if more people are able to watch them. Because that's one thing about making videos on such a niche manga, is that there's not as big as a fandom for it. And I hope that the more fans we get into it, the more likelihood of a season 2 we get, you know? We gotta convert people to our religion, you know? I honestly thought a Yumu had red hair, like dark red hair. I think it's supposed to be white. I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't think they have an official colored version, do they? Thought. The fact that Congo and Acmea said thank you kind of seals the deal for me. Yeah. Congo saying thank you. Congo had stuff to deal with it, I'm saying, and I guess I do have to make a video on that. I just don't like to think of it because you know, like, Phos thought that Congo had bad things happening, and then it was revealed that like, Congo had purer intentions than Phos thought, and we want to keep that, like, Congo is a good character sort of thing in our brains, but he's really not. And, you know, the way he constructed the society led to a lot of the conflict. I mean, every character is like that. Every character is so gray and neutral, including Congo. But it's really sad to think that he could have malicious intent. Or not malicious intent, but seeing Phos as a scapegoat for everything that he didn't want in his life. And the fact that he said, I've been waiting forever for a human to tell me to, like, break, you know? Like, when Phos says it. I think he really, like, pushed Phos on that path, and it's really sad to think about. And I can't get past the foreshadowing in chapter 1 when he's just alone, none of the gems can hear him, and he's like, I leave this all to you, to Phos. Like, and Phos also mentioned, oh man, guys, listen, I can speak forever about this series, but in volume, sorry, I'm going crazy. In chapter 98, I'm gonna cite my sources. In chapter 98, when Phos talks about their job to save humanity, and it's the same job they're still talking about in 106. Not save humanity, eliminate humanity, wrong thing. But they mention the very first chapter. They said, on this hill, I was called to this job, and Congo was the one who called them. Morganite was the one who called out, telling them that Congo had called them. But that... And Phos has Congo's memories at that point. And so Phos would know that when Congo assigned them the encyclopedia role, he was actually assigning them the role that they're doing in chapter 98 and the role that they are finally free from in 106. It's really sad to think about. But I guess I do have to make that a video now. But that's a lot of the evidence for it, is just with that. But the fact that Phos said that I was assigned this job on the first time we see them kind of seals the deal for me as well, that Congo intended for what happened in the story this entire time. This theory has me convinced that I gotta reread the manga. Lol, Houseki No Kuni has so much deep depth. Yeah, I plan to reread the manga in Japanese next. I just remembered that I'm the same height as the gems. Does anyone know the canon height of the gems? I think I'm shorter than them. Aren't they tall? Or, no, I heard that they're kind of short in comparison. I thought 5'3". I don't know. Well, I don't know centimeters if someone puts it in meters. American here. I'm sorry. Have y'all ever heard about reality shifting? Depends what you mean by that. I feel like that could have different connotations. Lucia is a gem. Canon. Okay. Oh, really? Interesting. I think when of the anime finishes up, I think there's a big chance we get another season. Yeah. I really hope. I really want it. Same. Once the manga finishes, hopefully, I can't spell. It's alright. Neither can I. Bored, absolutely. Yeah, I've heard of it before. Why Congo want to build a really big house, like he saw only Mother House. Yeah, I really think the Gem Society is built on what Congo's experiences with humanity and stuff. It was originally a really big piece of granite that him and Red Diamond carved into a school. Yeah, that was a lore bit in the book, I think. Wow. The gems are 4'11". Okay, I am taller than the gems. Let's go. They're the same height as my cousin, though. Karen Gorm is a bit less than that. Yeah, because Karen Gorm's short at 1.5 meters, according to the wiki. Like shifting your mind into another reality. Isn't that just, like, daydreaming? Or, there's other words for it. I don't know. I'm so close to shifting, I might try again. Sensei is 2 meters tall, so the gems are half that. Oh, really? Wow. Only 4'11"? They're tiny, lol. Yeah, I heard that they were pretty short in comparison. They have such long legs, though. It makes you think they're taller. Because usually people... But yeah. I am 5'1". No one needs to know that. It's on my driver's license. But yeah. It's different, I think. Man, I've been streaming for a while. I have to finish my homework assignment due at midnight tonight. I've just been procrastinating it. I thought I was only going to stream for an hour, but it's been longer. Because I can talk about Houseki No Kuni forever, like, as I said. What I've gotten from this stream, though, is that I really do need to make a video on Congo knowing more than he knows. Because I did just talk about it for a bit there. But, yeah, I really believe that, but I just don't want to. Because I want to believe that Congo really loved Phos a lot, but I think he also desired to end his existence as well. Because everyone is so lovely in the series. And I believe, like, that goal of his, and the fact that, I think that he didn't like the fact that things weren't changing, and I think that Acmea and Phos saw a way for that to end. And Acmea had enough of an understanding of Congo at that point, to where they both knew that Phos was the best bet. Only 4'11"? They're tiny, lol. Yeah, it's different, I think. It's the legs. I'm 4'11", with really long legs. Oh, you are a gem. Have you ever considered that you might be a rock? Yeah. You know what? Here, we'll go for 10. That gives me 2 hours to finish my homework assignment. That'll be enough. Surely. I don't really care about getting a 100 on it. I'll try my best. But yeah, I mean, I did just say that I don't care that much about college. I know that I'll pass the class either way, so it's not a huge priority to me, even though it should be. I really thought I was only going to stream for an hour, but we'll go till, like, 10 more minutes or so. Are there any other whack theories that you guys have on Houseki No Kuni, or that you've heard? I've also, like, briefly, like, seen a bit of people, having, like, theories about, like, Phos, and, like, Congo, and, 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 like really insane theories that were proven wrong later. Because apparently it used to be like a theory that Cinnabara was like a spy for the Lunarians. Insane. Can now imagine it now of reading the series, but apparently that was a theory at one point. So have you guys heard any like really insane theories that were proved like debunked, or do you have any like really weird Houseki No Kuni theories? Let me know. I'm thinking about before the final battle on Kongo's birthday, Kongo says, "Not yet, Acmea," or along those lines, if I remember correctly. Like, he knew about Acmea's plan? Yes! I believe he did. I believe he knew, originally I believe he knew once Phos returned from the moon and saw the eye, because that's, like, a Buddhism thing of, like, a resolve to finish something, and, you know, Acmea only replaced the other eye. Of course, the other eye was for Kongo. I think at that moment, Kongo really solidifiedly knew. But I feel like he knew a bit before that as well. I've been hearing a theory that Acmea groomed Karangor. That's not a theory, that's just a fact, man. The more I think about the series, the more I read on it, the lore book even kind of supports that. I think that's definitely the intent with their relationship. Anyway, I see that more as fact than theory. Does Karangorm's little cave exist? Or does Cinnabar's, wrong character. Does Cinnabar's little cave exist in the game? I missed the first part of the stream, so I don't know if we explored it. I've just been kind of running around now, but yes, it does exist here. I can walk over. Maybe we'll end the stream there. But yeah. Am I going the right way? I think so. Is there... It doesn't show where I am on the map. I don't know if it does. There's a lot of things. Yeah, okay, it's this way, though. I like seeing all the different moons in the sky. Yeah. No, yeah, Karen was a victim. Yeah. I know that so many people hate Karangorm. Like, I know Karangorm gets a lot of hate. I hated them a little bit, like, when I first read it. But as I kept rereading it more, and as I started to understand them more as a character, they're again more neutral now, because Karangorm is such a well-written character. They do some crappy things, especially in the perspective of Phos, but they are such a deeply flawed character, and it's so good, and they're so well-written. They're actually probably one of the most well-written characters in the series, in my opinion. For that reason, I like Karangorm from a character-written well standpoint. A likability standpoint, I'm now neutral towards them, because I understand that, you know, they were a victim in that sort of way. So I don't really stand for Karangorm hate. I understand people who do hate Karangorm, though. I never wanted to punch a character so bad. No, honestly, Karangorm's quite punchable, yeah. I would have loved to see Karangorm's true self. Me too. I don't think we're ever going to see it, and I don't think how they portray themselves... Well, we won't, because, you know, reasons in the manga. But, I don't think we ever saw their true self. I don't think the person they portray now is their true self either. Go to the ocean, maybe we can find the middle of nowhere Ventricus is portrayed, or maybe not. I think that does exist in this game. I think there's a memory there. I just don't know where exactly that is in the game. Oh, there we go, we have one. I feel so bad for the characters. Oh yeah, Dia. I feel so bad for the characters that have their own identity, that don't have their own identity. Yeah, I feel bad for them too. I mean, that's something I've been thinking about recently, is the molding that, the molding of humanity that Kongo kind of enforced in the society, that, like, are any of them actually their true selves? Because Kongo has molded them to act like humans, even though they don't know what a human is, and to have jobs and to do all this stuff. It's like, we still don't know what the gems would be like without Kongo's influence, which is really interesting. Oh, there's all these memories. This is where, oh no, this is Cinnabar's cave, by the way. Oh, let me try to get all those. There's 3 over there. Man, I mean, a lot of stuff happens here, so that makes sense. I hope we can get back there in time. I keep falling off things. Phos's new legs are really doing a number on me. The page where Acmea kissed Karangorm had caught me off guard. I was reading it in class. Oh no, that page was... Oh no, guys, I missed them. No, I'll have to come back here at night another time to grab those. Oh no, there's 1. There's 2. Okay, maybe they're still here. Give it to me without falling off. That page was, yeah. Agreed. I was literally like, when I read that page, I was kind of taken aback. I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't ever expect this to be in this series. But yeah, here is Cinnabar's cave, and there's like a little ledge, like down here, that you can kind of walk down. And then there's actual Cinnabar pieces over here. For those wondering about the game. See, here's, you can collect Cinnabar pieces, which I've already collected. But yeah, this is Cinnabar's cave. A flashback to the time when I first read Houseki No Kuni and had a crush on Agmia, then after Post Moon, I was like, WTF. Same. No, I'd never, Agmia's not my type. I didn't like him the moment he talked about Antark being crushed into dust. Although I do think he's a very interesting character, and I'm still neutral towards him, even though I do have a strong sense of hate towards him, just because he's a very important character in the story, and all the characters are so conflicting in Houseki no Kuni. But maybe I'm not straight enough for him. Anyway. I'll probably end the stream soon, because I need to get my homework done. That's due at midnight tonight, but instead I'm streaming and playing the Houseki no Kuni game that I thought I would only play for an hour. But yeah. Kiss Kieran Gorm talking and everything. Yeah, no, especially like when that also makes him such a like more jarring character, like the Lunarians in general too, just because like the story before that was so devoid of romance between the characters. Because of the gems, and because of how the Gem Society is set up, and they don't really think about that stuff and all that, which made that, like, more jarring. I actually hate Acmea so much. No, Acmea is the worst. I absolutely hate him, but he's really important to the story, and even though I hate him, he did do a lot of things, in the story that needed to happen, and so it's kind of rough. Yo, does the grass make you guys feel bad? If I change the graphics settings really do change a lot for the different graphics. I know that everyone dies if I put it on the highest setting. Apparently the stream dies if I put it on a higher setting, but it does look really way better with the higher graphics, supposedly. But I think if I run through this field, the stream will glitch, is what people would tell me. Whee! Grass. Glitchy stream, here we go. Woo. Same. I love Pebble. We all love Pebble. We need more Pebble appearances in the manga. Pebble's great, yeah. Yes, more Pebble. I like Pebble too. I know for a fact that was on some type of list. Oh yeah, definitely. Did the gems ever know? Oh, well, Enma is like the Buddhism word for the devil, basically. He's supposed to basically represent Satan. So, if that makes it any better. Did you guys even know about relationships and did the gems even know about relationships and romantic attraction before the Lunarians? I mean, Dia mentions it, but I don't think they had a really well grasp on it at all. Because Dia mentions stuff like that to Cinnabar, clearly showing that they do have a concept for it, but they obviously don't practice it in any way. They know about how like reproduction and stuff, because they do raise jellyfish and stuff like that, but it's not like they have any sort of concept for what that is like or anything like that. It's all a single grasses when it's moving fast. I have a group project due tonight at midnight. Well, maybe we should both get off the stream then. I love Pebble, precious Pebble, more stream. This stream is low-key helping me brainstorm. Yeah, it helped me too. This is now my, like, thinking place for Houseki no Kuni, actually. I should just boot up this game and then outline my scripts for my videos is what I should do. I basically can just replay what I talked about Congo for that, to make a video on that. I really think I should make a video on that now, even though I don't want to. I don't want to believe that Congo would do that, but, you know. Okay. Let me get to a better place to put my location, and then I'll end stream soon, I guess. But yeah, did you guys, I guess more people are watching, so I'm guessing you guys enjoyed this stream. I'll probably stream more like this. I want to stream me, drawing Phos, maybe. Just to have a whole stream dedicated to making fan art of Phos. Because I have made fan art of Phos before, but I always feel like it's not good enough, or that it looks bad. But, oh no, I did it again. But yeah. I don't know, it's chill. I feel like if at least like a few people watch my stream, I'm like, this is cool. But I do want to draw Phos or have like a stream of me making some Houseki No Kuni fan art at some point. Does anyone know an AU I could read about Phos getting some sort of revenge? There are people who just edit the last like comic panels of like 98 and Phos is like, nah, I won't pray. You guys can suffer for eternity. And it's kind of funny. But yeah. Alright, we'll end the stream up here. Any lasting thoughts? Any more hate towards Acvia or something? Look, it's the sun, everyone's favorite character. The one who got rid of the human inside Phos. The true homie. Phos's true homie is over there. You know, the sun. It's so pretty. Oh, there's a memory. Okay. Hey, give it to me. Give. Oh. We love Cinnabar. I've been stringing up some characters from... Is there another one? Oh yeah, there would be one... Oh, there's one down there. I see. I'm stringing up some characters from the Journey to the West and implied that some characters to make characters based off them now. Interesting. Ice flows? Yeah. To me, one of the cutest moments on the series is when Daya said, no, you're gonna... What? Oh, this is the moment of the series. To me, one of the cutest moments on the series is when Daya said, no, you're gonna dirty your insight. Oh, from when Vendragosis was, when Daya was hanging out with Vendragosis, yeah. Like, they are so naive about eating. Yeah, they really don't know much about eating or anything like that. It's just such a great series, and the comedy is kind of funny when it comes to that. It's the fact for me that no one apologized to Phos for what they did and how they treated them. It's because they don't care about Phos. You see, you think they'd apologize, but they have no care for Phos at all. Phos was the only one who ever really sought to understand the gems, and they never did the same for Phos. See ya. I'm gonna hop off to work on my project. Yeah, I need to hop off and work on my lab that's due at midnight tonight that I haven't even started. Ooh, I'll get it done. Anyway, bye y'all. I appreciate you all joining the stream. And now we will go watch this sunset as I end the stream. Yeah. Bye y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Phos deserve all the hugs and kisses. Yes, definitely. Goodbye. I plan to stream this again, so I guess subscribe and you'll get a notification for it. I also have my Discord server if you want to get paid there. But yeah, thank you so much for all of you for watching and tuning in. This has been fun. Bye.